Kim, I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah.
And we're live.
We're live from Scott's Speed Shop. Oh, I gotta stand over here. Sorry, guys. I'm
top left drawer.
Hey, John.
You gotta hear this Hemi run.
We're not gonna hear it run tonight. I don't have a timing set. This is very impromptu. So this is for recording purposes and whatnot. So I'm gonna be filming while we're doing this live, potentially, possibly, maybe not. Don't know. I am joined by my great friend Bryan, a Dust Devil, who is helping facilitate this crazy ass live. Farted, it stinks. I'm sorry, John. And we're also
forget I'm downwind, which is rare.
Yeah. We're also joined by Tall John from Tall John Spawn Shop. He is here, and we're doing more videos with him. So we have plenty of content for you guys on my channel, Brian's channel, and Tall John's channel. So we are calling ourselves the Three Amigos. Amigos. And we are going, I finally got the itch to take the proceeds.
You know they make cream for that.
Yeah, I know, it's a bad itch. Oh, it's been hot and muggy here. Oof. But I got the itch to finally take this Pro Stock Hemi apart and actually start to put it together the right way instead of just letting it sit and, oh, basically this dead mock-up. Oh yeah, and also joining us is Dad, way over there, and Anna, who will be monitoring chat at some point when we get tired of looking at the camera.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get right into this.
See who we got. What we got going on? Oh. We got Jay in here, Rapid Transit, Desert Mopars. Redbeard's in here, Mopar Man 78. Tim Fixes Things.
Welcome.
John Hilbert. Hibbard. What's up, everybody?
Howdy, howdy.
What's up?
Nothing like a 426 Hemi, dual plug, magnesium, tunnel ram.
Yep.
It's a beast.
Okay, so I should probably
that motor is definitely going to be something else once he gets it fired up.
Yeah,
be
quite
not-
rowdy.
I know not in this life, but it's definitely going to be something else.
I'm not gonna worry about filming. So we'll just run over some of the parts. So inside this bubble wrap is one of my prized possessions, and that is the solid roller cam this engine was running. What, Anna? Oh yeah. This cam, its specs are 774 816 valve lift. That's with rocker ratio. 292 300 degrees of duration at 50. Not advertised. She's a big girl, and it's custom done by Lunati.
Don't let that roll off the table.
Yeah, I would cry. And also what makes this engine kind of special are these fucking oh god, I custom my channel, I'm sorry. Are these one-of-a-kind custom done lifters. They're 30 thousandths bigger than stock. Yeah, oh yeah, sorry, hi camera. Yeah. It's like I'm new to this. So
Brian's making you nervous.
he is.
So, Jed, that bore was 30 thousandths enlarged.
Yeah, the lifter boards are. So, well, if someone wants to come over here and start helping take all 20 of these T-bolts off. Someone thought it was a great idea. Looks cool until you got to take them all off. Freaking Hemi's got 20 valve cover bolts.
20.
20. 10 per
Good.
side.
Good Lord.
It's insane. Pretty cool, but pretty insane.
But it makes sense. It's a really big valve cover.
Yeah, you can flip it upside down and use it as a boat.
They'll probably fall off.
I bet they got that downstairs here somewhere.
Daniel, that's a bigger cam than any of your engines got. I'd put money on that.
How come we can't hear Dave?
Short John.
What's that?
They're calling you short.
Oh. Who's farting over there?
It was
not me.
Jed again.
That's not me.
Not me. Or it was Anna. It might have been Anna.
My farts sound like they're coming out of a pipe.
Saying stuff all quiet.
Who smelt
Yeah.
it, dealt it.
Yeah, John.
I didn't smell anything. I've been hearing it though. But I guess I dealt a few.
Hey. Oh, you got something.
One of those aliens.
Take off one of the valve covers.
Yeah, like a big piece of dust, like he was going to make a nest.
The bugs do that?
It is
Right.
pretty cool.
But you check the bugs do that? Make nests like birds?
Oh.
Fart.
Bart.
Surprised you don't have our new head down here.
Oh, no.
Oh. Alright, where are we putting these? Oh, right here.
Yeah. 16 spark plug tubes. You know how hard it is to find 8 straight 426 spark plug tubes? And now you gotta double that number. So I'm gonna try and take as many of these washers off so they don't just go flying.
Does anybody remake those like that, Jed?
I think they do repop them now, but I don't know. I haven't really looked because it's never really been a concern of mine.
We should make them anodized.
I actually have some gold ones, a few gold ones.
If Jay from Rabbit Transit Garage is in, I got your stickers in. Pretty cool. Put one on the toolbox.
Oh, this is the boring part where
Hey,
there we go.
Having no time since it looks like Bryan being put to work again.
Every time I'm here, since the first time I showed up.
Yeah, the first time Bryan was here, we took a baby Hemi apart. The second time,
I did not break the tap.
that's true, you did not. That was Thomas.
hey, Jed. What's the chances of seeing a Ford Hemi in there? Just wondering.
Ford?
Yeah, Ford Hemi.
Very little.
Okay, just wondering.
No. I get talking that way.
Redbeard says, I just sent you my cam card.
Hey, Jed.
Yeah, William.
So whenever I do finally make it over to your place, I have good odds at laying my hands on a Hemi over there.
You could touch one. I'm not gonna say you could go home with one.
Well, I mean, work on yours. Help you work on yours is what I'm talking about.
What was that, William?
He wants to help you work on it.
Oh yeah, he'd be more
He
than happy to work on
ain't gonna have it here no more. He gave it to me.
it. The lightest tunnel ram known to man. Right here.
Yeah, that I picked
That's
that up.
crazy.
It's like, and I'm a little guy, and that thing's a paperweight. It's tiny. There's nothing to it.
All the weights in the carburetors.
Yeah.
One of those Dominators weighs more than the tunnel ram itself.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we gotta.
You did that last time. I didn't do
There's nothing to it, man.
There's all sorts of stuff on the
that. All
valve.
this.
Yeah. Even though I try to keep this engine protected, yeah,
There's
there's
a bunch of metal.
that's all the aluminum from working on the bench.
Oh.
That sucks.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I'm sure it'll just chew it up, but
yeah, it's got a killer water oil filter. So we'll move this.
drop it in the ground.
Yeah. Like very expensive.
Look
cylinder.
at that distributor. That is wild.
That was made. That's the Dick Landy style, and my friend Tom Roseman made that one for me. It's a General Motors Hillborn fuel pump that is modified to accept a Chrysler distributor. Are we good there?
We'll put it into
Let me know. I'm not getting any feedback.
your,
Maybe down a little bit.
yeah,
But there.
you're about
That'd be good.
William said good.
We're gonna trust William.
Yeah, that's freaking perfect. That's what we wanted.
It's a good viewpoint.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
Now we just need
this guy's and half-inch wrench. Take the distributor off.
Someone does Dean Bruce has put the Hemi in the Magnum.
Yeah, I am not wasting this engine on my crappy Magnum.
Oh, that's right. You're building that for your satellite, right?
No. This thing's way too radical.
Are you saying Jezebel's going to get a heart transplant?
Different Hemi, not this one. So, yeah, you guys ain't never seen this. It's literally a General Motors Hillborn fuel pump. And it's actually got basically a Chrysler spade on it. So this will plug right into an RB Mopar. And then you have a distributor. And then the B distributor plugs on the actual fuel pump side. So you got to take the factory Mopar shaft, which is here, which is normally a round with a little spade, and you cut this short, and then you machine it to basically what a Mopar big block oil pump drive is, which is that 6-prong hex. And it's basically almost the same, and it'll plug right into this side, and it's all ball bearinged and pretty smooth unit. However, this is not ready to run yet.
What about timing one of those?
So timing, it's actually really neat. So this is all designed back in about 70 or 71. Sox and Martin used a parallel drive unit, and Dick Landy kind of came up with the perpendicular drive, which I think looks way cooler. But you can independently time each distributor of each other. So you can have one spark leading the other one. And the whole point of doing this was not to make more power. It was about cleaning the burn up because these engines were pushing so much fuel through them that they were actually, you know, you watch those old racing footages. This is from my buddy Roseman. You know, when those race cars are whacking the throttle, they're not doing it to sound cool and please the crowd. They're doing it so they can clean the plugs.
Yep. So would that second plug fire on the exhaust stroke?
It fires whenever you want it to. Most of the time, like I'll probably just have it set up to where they fire at the exact same time or one leads the other just a little bit. It's not like a modern Hemi where one is just to clean the burn up. It's just putting more spark energy in there, and then when Autotronic MSD came out, it all kind of became irrelevant. It was just too complicated.
So here's a question for you, Jed. Let's say you had some long tube headers on there. You welded in some bungs, got yourself an AFR for each side. Could you literally go in and tune it just a little bit better if you knew your AFR on that and you knew when you could actually time those in together?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm sure we could definitely dial it in really fucking tight, I'd imagine. I've got to blow some air, so.
Be loud. Hold your ears.
I know this is so wrong. My machinist better not be watching. You know, I said I had that feeling to put it together, and then I saw the aluminum shavings, and it's like, maybe I should have poured. And it's like, man. It's going to come apart at 8,000 RPM on the dyno. It's going to do it spectacularly.
Hopefully not, though.
Pressure. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to clean the rod stickers, but it ain't got chunks in it now. Oh, John, am I doing a good job?
So far, yeah.
And that's what oil filters are for. It'll get all that out.
Oh,
Just
yeah,
throw.
Okay, I need someone to. The Allen wrenches are over there.
We're at
Over there by the lathe.
on the other side.
Yeah.
I'm not one of the amigos. So
Yeah, you're part of the show.
I'm just sitting here.
A lot. We have just started.
Hey, I'll be more active after I get some food digested.
Yeah, we all literally just
You
got
put
back.
your Allen wrenches away before we left.
No, I want the T-bolt ones. The T-handles. They're right by the motor. Did you have a belt closure?
Yeah, the brownie's not setting too good.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't get over here.
No.
I'm just gonna pass them over.
No. Yeah.
Oh, that.
So we got to take the heads off, decide which head gaskets we're going to run. We got to take all the studs out, which I've never done a studded engine before, so this is a weird experience for me.
Eric says Dad is the top amigo.
Top amigo? Dad, you're the top amigo.
The top amigo.
I don't know what that means, but okay. I dig it. Okay. Oh,
You want me to be head stud?
Somebody's Alan Alcott is asking how much work is left.
yeah, I think we addressed that. Basically all of it. We have literally just started. Want him to get started?
Mopar Man's asking if you guys have Taco Bell as your parts.
No, we haven't ready. We all Anna talked us into freaking
It's all Anna's fault.
he talked us into ice cream and it's been hot and muggy and it ain't setting well. It's sitting there curling in my stomach.
Yeah.
Table.
Huh?
Another table?
Oh yeah, I brought the other table. I just don't remember where I set it.
You're gonna run out of room for parts.
I am. I do have more Allen wrenches. If you want to grab a set, Bryan. They're in there so tight.
Where are your other
I need to
Allen
go
wrenches?
grab something. I will be right back.
Bigfoots and Mopar says hi.
What's up, Mark?
Foots is in here.
We have royalties.
This table?
Yeah. You want to set it up over there, dude, in that corner?
There's so much traffic going on. I feel like I'm a dead car in the middle of the road.
What?
You have Beamers and some Garage.
Welcome, Beamer.
Beamer. All right, I see Allen head socket.
Yeah, I was gonna say get those and then the ratchet in the drawer below it.
Classic and new style engine builds. Says what are you gonna do with that old racing Hemi?
We're gonna dyno it. We're gonna take it to its peak RPM, whatever the cam calls for, and we're gonna push this thing to its limits and see what it'll do for power. And if it comes apart on the dyno, it comes apart. The money I've got in this engine is in the heads. I got nothing in the torque block. It's an old race Hemi. It's staying a race Hemi. I'm not detuning it.
That's right, Jeff. It's no laughing matter. He's holding up that sign. What's it say?
It says.
What'd that say?
What did it say? Do it again.
It said No Name Nationals plug September 31st, October 1st, Jeffers Motorsports Parks.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, okay.
I didn't want to interrupt you. You were talking about something important, so I have my little whiteboard I write stuff on.
I think you did.
Garage says hi.
Tall garage.
Yeah, I think
Ken from Tall Garage
got his kiddos tonight. So.
Okay.
and Beamer.
I do want to
Anna,
show
would
off
you like-
something I just got today. New valve covers for the Dart.
Nice.
Oh, your direct
Those old-
connections?
These are the Proform ones. These are actually really nice.
You did this last time. You had this
These are
sitting
really
in
nice.
here.
Oh, you're mixing them up.
What you're not supposed
Back
to
to the Hemi.
No, they're fine.
Back to the Hemi. Back to what dreams
No,
are made
that's what
of.
happened last time. You had that sitting in there, and one went. Bleep, bleep.
I'm putting the oil pan gasket on last.
And don't drop anything in there this time.
William, don't you start.
Look, start to tilt. It's gonna go.
We're gonna drop all the head studs and we're gonna lose the shop.
We're gonna lose the truck.
You got a
Oh,
table
God.
right behind you. Why are you using the Valley?
What are you talking about, William?
You got a table right behind you to put all the
What
stuff
a
in.
walking,
Put all the stuff
William.
on.
Didn't you hear the whole thing of we are stuck with ice cream because of Anna?
Anna's fault. Anna, how dare you?
And it's a lot of walking for fat guys.
Yeah.
Well, open the doors and turn on some fans.
They are all open. It's still hot.
I don't think it's hot. That's just a lot of movement, unnecessary movement.
Yeah.
Heaven's Mopar says, is it worth it to blow it up on the dyno if it does blow? I mean, chicken.
Yeah. That's why I'm pushing this. So the cam specs for the guys who are new in here is 774 intake, 816 exhaust. And it's
There's nothing
292 at 50
guide in
and
there.
300 at 50 for the duration numbers. It's a huge cam. It's a
That
big
is a
solid
huge cam.
power. Yeah, and I don't know what RPM it's going to really reach yet. The guys at Illuminati really had no answers for me.
I
So
think 5.
5. I'm going to call it all the
Yeah, that's
RPM.
when it's gonna start.
Yeah, all of them.
5.
So to me, if it blows, it would blow. It would suck. That would probably ruin my day. But I wanted to do it spectacularly because this engine's been through a lot. If you guys don't know, this engine is not in the greatest shape. It's a pro stock engine. They shaved the sides of it. They've done everything to take weight out of the block. And so it's not streetable. Plus, with all the special stuff done to it, you can't really street drive this thing.
He's holding these heads on.
Yeah, we got a full, just these
Yeah,
nuts on.
you need to tell them about who got the whole shot tonight.
Dad's real proud of himself tonight because on the way back from Freddy's, I didn't know him and I were going to drag race. I'm in Jezebel and he's in the van.
Oh, you knew. He revved the engine in the van. I was in the van.
I couldn't even hear the van.
So here's a question for you, Jed, from Alan Alcott. What? Oh, sorry. Yeah. Wait a minute. Oh, sorry, Leonard Walters. I want to read one from. A question about how much horsepower and torque are you hoping for?
I really have no expectations of this engine. If I had to guess a number, it'll probably be in the 650 or 700 range. You got to remember.
You grabbed a half-inch wrench.
I know. I
Who
lost
they
it.
got big camera do for horsepower?
I covered it up. It was my fault.
Does this have the big 12 one?
You're gonna lose a shot because I covered up the
Does
wrench.
it have the 12 one compression?
But no,
Yeah, it's about 12 or 13.
And
it's hard to get a Hemi to 13.
Dutch guy said, y'all better feed Tall John a Budweiser so he gets ambitious.
Oh, he's sitting there digesting with Dad. They're having fun.
it was rough.
Good.
There ain't no room
And
for
the question that Alan Alcott had, I think you just answered. What work does the engine have? And you just went over that about being the pro stock build.
Yeah, I mean, I can go over it again. It don't bother me. By the way, I told John, don't come over here and look at the cam bearings because I don't want to take everything back out of the block. And they're not new anymore.
I'm coming to look.
They're fine. They'll be fine. It'll be
I'm
fine.
not as scared.
I'm not going to set the wrench in the valley. I got to remember, I'm actually putting this together now.
You need some rags?
No, that's pussy shit right there. Oh, this is on my check.
Uh-huh.
YouTube, don't demonetize me. My girlfriend made me ice cream.
Oh,
The diabetes is getting us.
I know.
Classic and new engine classes. I
Wilford
had-
Brimley would be so upset.
I had a Gen 1 354 Hemi that had a back thrust.
Show me the camera.
Pour the block a little bit and the crankshafts don't feel too bad.
Ow.
Yeah, we'll have to show off the ports on these heads. They're not.
They're amazing. I'm sitting here looking at them. I'm like, that's just guide in there.
Yeah. Like, and that's just the brand new valve guides. Like, Mark didn't touch any of the ports really. They just reconstructed the combustion chamber that was disintegrated.
Jed, here's a good question. Leonard
Yeah.
Walters was asking about fuel.
It's going to run 116. We'll run nothing less. There you go. Yeah.
Now, will the first fire be in your garage or will it be on the dyno?
This, I'm going to probably not try and fire it here. I'm going to take it straight to the dyno so we can monitor it.
Understandable.
I will drive.
Yeah, I'll let you go talk to people.
My hands don't work as good as they used to. Get it started. We could set it up on a run stand.
Yeah, I just don't really want to chance it too much. I'd rather make sure this thing's going to be all right.
Yeah,
This
we
is
got
what,
gauges on there. We couldn't tell on the horsepower.
yeah. Well, I do plan on dynoing, so I can go ahead and pull this one off.
And drop it.
So for the people at home, we may have to get a light to flash down the ports. But Mark at Advanced Engine Machine, is this the head he fixed? Yeah. This combustion chamber right here, when I got these heads, it didn't exist. And long story short on this combustion chamber was Bob at the machine shop gave me a lot of crap that it's not worth fixing. So I brought it home, TIG welded it myself up, and then took it back. And I guess I earned Bob's respect because he ended up donating hours and hours and days fixing this combustion chamber and making these heads brand new again. And these are original Bob Mullen dual plug 433 heads. This is what Dick Landy and Sox and Martin ran. And the only way to own these heads was to either know Dick Landy, Sox and Martin, or Bob Mullen himself. You couldn't just
Wow.
walk into the dealership and own these. Or
Latest
so I am
question.
told.
Latest question in the chat is: have you found out the compression ratio yet?
All of it. It's as much as you can put in a 426 without blowing it. It's these are Ross pistons. It's got aluminum big block Chevy BME rods and a 39250 stroker crank, which is the original Hemi crank that's been offset ground to the big block Chevy rod journal size, so it strokes it out. So technically, it's a 451 cubic inch engine. Compression ratio. These pistons are roughly about the same dimensions as a 12-to-1 TRW, but they might be a little bit more just from the shape. These aren't, I mean, this is an old pre-built engine. We're just redoing it with good new parts. So it's not like I can call Ross and be like, hey, tell me what these pistons do because it's a stroker now. And it just changes everything. But it'll be pretty spicy.
Well, it's got to be hard to tell with that going,
Yeah. So
how much that's taken up, you know?
So in this engine's previous life, I don't know what heads it was running. These are my heads I'm putting on it. The intake valves were so big they actually notched the board, which is actually pretty common on Hemis because you really don't have a lot of room to grow compression-wise.
They want to know how you acquired it.
Oh, how I acquired it? What was that? Facebook Marketplace or something? I can't remember. Or Craigslist. Oh, yeah, it was when before Facebook Marketplace. I had a Craigslist ad up, and I had a bunch of old Hemi Hemi stuff for sale. It's 426 stuff, and one guy got a hold of me, and he was wanting to buy a set of valve covers, and he lived up by Chicago, and we got to talking about doing a deal on the valve covers, and I just jokingly, we were talking about trading. I just jokingly said, unless you got a 426 block you'd want to trade, and he said, actually, I do. And that turned into literally Dad and I driving all the way to Genoa, basically Chicago, Illinois, in a weekend. And we picked up this block, and we ended up getting the camshaft with it because I was too lazy to pull it out. I ended up buying the cam. And later down the road, no, we got the crank or something. Yeah, we got the crank, and then down the road, I ended up with the cam and the lifters because I found out this thing had a special bore size on the lifters, so it wasn't like we could just get lifters. They would have to be custom made because they're a 9/330 diameter instead of a 903. And it just turned into a thing where it was going to be a $3,000 budget build Hemi, and I was well on track until I did these heads. These heads alone cost $3,000 to refit and make them brand new. And I could have done it had I not gotten sentimental with this engine, but I feel like this engine is a piece of our history as Mopar guys. It's what the racers were going to just mop the floor with every Ford and Chevy that thought they stood a chance. But mostly the work that's done to this is to compete with the other Hemis because no Chevy or Ford could even think about competing with the Gen II Hemi.
So you said
Bring-
you were going to have $3,000 in the entire build.
Yeah.
But then you had to put $3,000 in the heads.
Yeah.
So still, it's a $6,000 build.
Well, see, no, I was well under 3,000.
Yeah.
I have literally just in this short block probably $600 or $700 in parts, and most of it was when I to get the pistons and rods for back to this engine and the cam and lifters. All I had to do was trade my buddy Thomas basically another cam and lifter set, roller stuff, and I just so happened to have a hydraulic roller setup for a Hemi, and there's the other head.
They want to know what you plan on putting it into.
Nothing. This engine will never go back into a car.
Rail dragster.
And I don't want to put it in a car because once it's in a car, you can't see it. And that's the whole beauty of this engine is this thing will freaking rotate.
See, Jed, that's why you get a Model A and then leave the hood off. Then you have a Pro Stock Hemi Model A.
Yeah. So this is what I'm talking about with this block. This would normally be freeze plugs and block castings. That's all gone. That's saved weight. They've shaved about 45 pounds off this block, taking all the material underneath this plate. It's literally the board. You see the end. You see the outside of the cylinder board with the water jackets on it.
Okay, here's my question though, and I'm kind of being not really being a troll, but they shaved 40 pounds worth of weight, but then added a 30 pounds worth of screws
Yeah, I
and
know.
stainless steel.
That was what always made me laugh is, okay, you shave all that weight, but you put, what was it, 45 in total?
Oh,
Yeah. There's a shitload of quarter 20 bolts holding the plates on.
Oh, is that aluminum plate or is it
Yeah.
stainless?
No, it's aluminum.
Oh, okay.
Now, Roseman wanted to make me a stainless plate for this. But,
It was like the pistons that were in my Hemi when I got it.
yeah, these are just Ross instead of TRWs.
So the work done on that Hemi is what they did back in the day to truly unlock the full potential of the 426, right?
What was that, William?
So the work done to that Hemi is what the racers did back in the day to unlock the full potential of the 426.
Basically, yeah. I mean, they're working within the confines of the technology, which wasn't quite there. And
The shaved it just real fast.
yeah, I mean, a Hemi is the heaviest engine Chrysler ever did. And just because the big heads. And the block's a little bit thicker in places. Of course, it's cross-bolted main. And so you got to shave weight. And you run out of weight you can take out of a car. You know, there's only so much weight you take out of a car before it's not safe anymore. So, well, let's look at that big-ass engine block. And literally, so look up Motown Missile Challenger and look at pictures of the block. And it said this is a raised deck block on the ID pad. Look on the Challenger, and you're going to see a freeze plug where they drilled this casting out and put a freeze plug in it to save a couple ounces.
Really?
Yeah. I
Wow.
found that out. I was looking at pictures of the old race cars, and I was looking under the hood of the Motown Missile Challenger. It's like, I'll be damned. And now, of course, most of those cars nowadays aren't equipped with their original engines, so, but it's kind of neat to see. Those are nice.
So you could, but you could do that with a 440 then.
Yeah.
Any raised deck block.
Yeah.
I mean, if you were that crazy on wanting to save weight.
Yeah.
I guess in a crowd of Mopars that are running similar engines and similar setups, an ounce or two here and there really could make you win.
Yeah. What, did everybody give up on working?
No, my back was hurting. I'll get up in just a second.
Oh, no, you're good, Brian. I'm just giving you all shit.
Okay.
You see, I fully studded the water pump now.
NSB custom car says right on, man. Like right in the action.
Ooh.
Oh, NSB.
NSB. Welcome, welcome. Brian, give me the little stool.
The little what? Oh,
The
this.
little stool. I'm Eric Cartman of our friendship
The
group.
little poop.
Did he do stupid? I don't want to be staring at my man teats all night. Oh, look at that.
That's better.
Now I don't feel so awkward talking to myself. Oh,
But you got to remember to look this way and not over there.
yeah, I know. It's really weird.
Button your shirt back up. Nobody wants to see that.
Oh, I double it. I unbuttoned it twice.
With the pistons so high up, is this build going to be an interference?
Every every basically V8 we know nowadays is an interference engine. A Hemi just makes it even more compounded because even a stock Gen II Hemi, the pistons protrude out of the deck a lot, even for 10.5 to 1.
Well, that's the thing with the hemispherical head. If they didn't have pistons like that, what would your compression ratio be? Like 3 to 1?
Well, so a Gen 1 Hemi, my little 241,
Yeah.
a flat top piston in it, and now it's a much shallower combustion chamber than these. Well, actually, I don't know. It might be a little bigger. It's rated at 7.5 to 1.
Greg Durbin says, Jed not talking to himself. Who believe that?
See, this is all pre-laid because I got these locking collars from down at DIY. Now, see, if I would have had the lathe, I would have just made all these.
Alex Cove says, will you just have it for static display, or are you looking to build a rail car?
So I will say this. So this engine is not slated to have any kind of car. It's just too dang radical.
You could put it in a rail.
No, this engine's not correct for a rail. It's not correct for a funny car. If this thing ever does go back into a car, it'll be back into a 68 Barracuda, which is what this block originally came out of. Supposedly. All the numbers are gone off of it, but Thomas is the kind of guy where he wouldn't make that shit up and he wouldn't spew it if he didn't believe it.
So
So
basically,
what you're telling us is that you're looking for a Barracuda.
Yeah.
Super stock.
Super stock.
This is supposedly a real super stock Hemi Barracuda block, and the story goes that I guess when they got done racing, they didn't drain the block and they cracked it. Well, instead of going and getting another Hemi, they just said screw it, and they went ahead and went all the way. I don't know the full story. I can only kind of glean at what they were doing, but I mean, if you don't have you have enough money clearly for what is it, BO23 or BO29? 29 Barracuda, like a real Hemi super stock Barracuda, but you don't have enough money to go buy another block and you want to go faster. Well, there's only so fast you can go in basically a Hemi class car. So you got to step up your game, and that means stroke or crank. Back in those days, that was, offset grinding your crank. And actually, that's another cool thing is the rod journals are all chrome plated, which is not done anymore.
Now, what is the difference? Pro stock and super stock. There's different classes. Does that different times they could run, or was it a horsepower to weight thing?
I think it was mostly, Paul John, you can correct me. It was basically what you could do to the engine and the car.
Pro stock had more fiberglass in it. Super stock was more factory.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
The Barracudas and Darts had fiberglass fenders and hood. But super stock was literally a stock vehicle that was above and beyond, and pro stock was just a full-on gas
Like pro
powered
mod.
door slammer.
Well, pro mod would be.
well, there was no pro mod back then.
Well, I'm just saying. Now today's the pro mod is just they could end up being anything. There's nothing stock about the car at all.
Yeah.
It just appears to be close to what the car looked like stock.
Yeah. When this thing was in a car, it still looked like a Barracuda. Or whatever car it was in. Because before we got this engine, when Thomas acquired this engine, it was in a Barracuda 68 car. It's supposedly a real Hemi car. The guy who owned the car also owned some kind of Dodge dealership up near Chicago area, whatever, something like that. And he was some great big guy, like 7 foot tall, and he couldn't fit in this little Barracuda. So he was going to pull the Hemi out, cut the car up so he could fit in it comfortably. And when he pulled the block out and saw the plates on the side, he said, no more, that's not happening. So he went and got a brand new block, and then he ended up selling the car and selling the 2 blocks off to different people. So they all got separated. Thomas wound up with this engine plus the brand new block, which he sold. He regrets that. And I ended up with this one.
Okay, now you're talking about the super stock cars. Were they only A bodies, or were there super stock B bodies too? Or was it just the Darts and Barracudas?
No,
Those were
the
the
Barracudas.
The
Factory
super stock,
super stock.
and that's all you could
No,
get.
they had super stock in all kinds of different divisions. This was just the A.
Just what you. I'm just saying you could buy. I know you
Yeah.
could buy the super stock Dart and Barracuda, but they didn't do that with any other.
No.
They did it. They did a super stock, but there was a B class. This was double A. Then
Yeah.
there'd be a BA and CA like that.
Come on.
Double A means premium, basically top class automatic.
Now, is that running a timing chain, or is that a gear setup?
It's just a timing cover.
No,
So
it's for the timing gears. Is it a chain setup, or is it like a gear setup?
I haven't decided what I'm going to put in it yet. I've got a couple of old gear drive setups that are from the 60s that would be period correct for it. But I really don't want to worry about having to space the water pump out and also the crazy crap. It's already got a crazy harmonic balancer. It's got a Fisher dampener, which is basically, I've had it apart and I've had ATIs apart and they're almost identical. But Fisher just doesn't exist anymore.
Heaven Mopar says, would you ever sell it if somebody wanted it?
No.
How much?
Nobody can have this engine. This is my pride and joy right here.
You're gonna have to open a museum or something.
I'm gonna need a museum. Yeah.
I'm gonna need a bigger garage.
I don't think there's a single human being that would appreciate this engine more than myself
Okay.
for its
I appreciate
history
that.
and would go to the extents. Most guys would have taken this block and turned it into a coffee table and got a brand new block. This block and this rotating assembly, they all belong together. You can't separate these parts. And it's like those heads, they don't technically belong to this engine, but they're part of the story now, and so is the magnesium tunnel ram. And I want to do this engine as close to period correct as possible. Other than the twin distributors will be powered by an MSD 7 or 8 unit to simplify it, which is possible. Yeah. R-tier, yeah.
There were 2 67 Hemi package cars, one each valve called WO.
Yeah, the WO and RO card. Yeah, I forgot about the B-body super stock card. Sorry, I'm not that good of a Mopar guy. Okay. Tall John, what do we do now?
Slide a cam in that sucker.
Should I oil it up or just go in dry?
You gonna take the pan off?
Hold it up.
No, I ain't taking the pan off again.
Yeah, we didn't drop nothing
Put
this
some
time.
assembly lube on it. Got any
Let me
lube?
shavings.
I actually do have
SCT?
I do have some zinc oil additive over here.
No, you don't need zinc because you're running roller, but I'd still do it. But
This is for the satellite when I do an
You
oil
got
change.
that graphite assembly, though.
I don't want to use the graphite on this. That's for helping break in shit. Those cam bearings already look kind of sticky.
2 hex
Something
rods.
like
something
green.
sticky and heavy.
Yeah.
Just
It's a
Yeah,
Yeah, where
Winterberry-
did Jeff go? Is Jeff still in the chat? Is he in
Winterberry green.
the,
He's in the chat, but he's not on.
oh, okay.
He said,
Oh no, bro.
in 65, there was a super stock Mopar LO23 D Dart. It had a.
D-Dart is 66, not 65. Sorry, Jeff.
It had a 273 Commando. In 67, there was a WO23 super stock Cornet Hemi power. In 68, there was an LO23 Dart and BO23 Barracuda spawn. I don't know what you said.
You were spouting up history.
Sure.
What makes Mopar guys Mopar guys? So I just got to get this, you know, on the live here. Who's ready for their checkup? God dang it! I tore the glove.
Now you're gonna get poopy on your hands.
Okay, we're gonna try this again. There's
You gotta be more gentle, Jed. You gotta be gentle.
yeah. Hang on, sorry. Yeah, I'm not typically gentle with my patients here. Dang it, my hand won't fit in the glove. Oh,
You gotta get a bigger glove.
No, I like the gloves to be in tight. That way I can really feel everything going on. There we go. John, Dad. I don't like seeing Dad doing that. That don't feel right at all. That feels dirty.
Oh, you
We
know
talk
what I'm
about some relative humidity.
Oh, I'll just pour this over the engine.
How's your Cambridge look?
Pretty shit.
Talking to her says, if the glove doesn't fit, you must have quit.
Yeah.
Chris, get in here.
Chris, you're more than welcome.
Moparmania says, I'd still run zinc in the old engines, even with rollers, and wear anti-protection. Just my opinion.
Yeah, I don't really blame him. I mean, it ain't gonna hurt nothing.
Two Hacks Garage says, the gloves, it's time for a checkup.
Bryan, you want to come over here and put a little more oil on this?
No. Oh, dribble. I know you were gonna.
Bigfoot
You got all lubed up, and your hands got all lubed up, and you asked me to come over there. So.
He sort of looks like he's enjoying that test drive.
All right, where am I going here? Where your
Bigfoot,
hands are? There you go. How about that?
Bigfoot
God, too fast.
and,
Too fast.
Figure it
Bigfoot
out.
and Mopar says, some of us make a decent living doing that, Jed.
Yeah, but you enjoy it a little too much, Mark. I know this.
Altor says, I saw a YouTube guy with a new cam and lifters putting assembly lube on his cam lubes. I thought you need the special cam lube or assembly lube work.
If it was flat tap it.
Yeah, like a lot of my engines I built. Oh no, I ripped the glove.
Haha.
All right. A lot of my engines I'll use
Don't nick the cam bearing.
yeah, my mint condition cam bearings. Now
Okay.
also I should say I have not been able to do an engine build since cancer, which was 2 years ago.
You haven't done an engine build in a long time.
It's been 2 years.
I'm still itching to build another motor.
It's like a hot dog down a freaking hallway right now. It's getting scary because I don't have a bolt in the end of the cam.
That's why you got to run 2050 oil to take up all that space.
Yeah. Oh God.
That's what my dad always.
Don't we have a cam installed too?
No,
What was that we bought? It's over there.
we're not that fancy. I got a screwdriver.
Oh, cam bearing.
Oh, that's the. There we go. Yeah. We'll just. Everybody, don't listen. I feel so amateur right now.
Amateur. You're so amateur.
Oh, what am I doing? I can access the back of the cam. You know, screwdriver.
Don't push the cam through.
Yeah. I still got to install this rear plug. I keep forgetting about that. Look at that.
I've installed engines in without the plug before.
Says,
Uh-huh.
super stock
I
class
thought I was
pretty
trying
much
to work one
started.
together and I accidentally put the plug out.
There it
Put the
is.
timing chain on. I got a single big fit. Oh, one big fit. All right.
Boom, right through the back.
Oh, shit, pouring
Yeah, my
in, yeah.
screwdriver's all oily.
It shouldn't go through the back though, because isn't it
Yeah.
tapered?
Yeah, it is tapered.
That was real close.
That cam's in there now. I'm gonna beat over forward.
Never be the same.
Dude, I gotta get a thrust button for this thing. I've got a couple of brand new ones. I've never set up a thrust button before. I've never done any of this kind of shit before. That's why I've been waiting for the right day to do this build. I wonder if we got a what's in this time? I wonder if we just got a gear we can put on there to spin it. I know I got a bunch of old sets in there.
Yeah, three-hole engine.
I should. I think that's everything. Unfortunately, yeah. Oh, John, go say hi to the people.
Hi, people.
Oh, this zinc oil smells like ass.
Literally.
It smells like a hamster.
Hey, Tall John.
What's up, William?
Wait a minute. How come you're saying a hamster smells like ass?
No reason.
Okay.
Don't judge me, Bryan. I'm gonna make you sleep on the floor.
Demonetize your channel yet.
Okay, do we want to put the holiest of holies on here temporary, or that guy?
That guy.
I like the holiest of holies.
Let's go with awesomeness.
I think this might have been the one that came up in.
This one here looks like it's factory to me.
Yeah. I think this is the one that may have came up in the end.
Yeah.
That's a little awesome. It's just going on there so we can spin the cam, make sure the lifter can on.
Yeah, you're gonna have to dial it in at some point anyway.
Yeah. You notice how like my gut's right here and John's gut's like here.
Well, they call him Tall John for a reason. It wasn't what's the word I'm looking for? Like when you call a short guy tall and a tall guy shorty. What's the word? What's the word for that?
Midgety and non-midgety.
No, not that. It's just
Fuck a word.
there's a word for it.
Mopar Man says hi, Tall John, and hi, Mr. Scott, aka Dad.
Hello, Mopar Man, 1978.
Well, howdy do, howdy do.
Man, I'm going the wrong way. It's easier just to drag the engine stand around.
Do I need to reposition the camera?
Oh, that's why I'm doing this.
Hey, John, do you use like a oversized engine stand to get it up?
I do.
Do you really?
Yeah, don't make.
I got one with the
Raise
engine.
it
You think it'd be hard on your back working
It
on a
says the
regular
word that you're looking for.
I
is
got my benches up there too.
No, that's not the word I'm looking for. It's
Yeah.
But
I don't
yeah,
know. I'll remember tomorrow.
my stand's about that high.
Yeah, Tall John doesn't like tall jokes.
Well,
They go over his head.
It's the only fucking thing.
it seems like
Ha ha ha! Oh, Tall John's gonna kill me.
He's gonna kill us all.
I know.
Dutch Guy's Garage says Tall John still doesn't have a beer.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
No, I don't think he got any beer. Tall John's not. He's on vacation from beer.
I don't know where that one came from actually. You want me to put that one instead? Well, I mean, this one fits the keyway.
Yeah,
Fine. Yeah. I'm just gonna use these bolts from the. You remember the other one?
No.
Really? I have it on
The
the
can's supposed to be inside that.
Rieger says
Okay, so I gotta put into
the 1964
From
A
That's what I'm saying.
864 Hemi V bodies ran in super stock. The 1965 A 990 Hemi V bodies ran in super stock.
Short.
Okay.
I didn't hear what you said.
I heard it.
That should work. Oh,
Heaven's
Wrong
Mopar says,
Yeah,
are
bigger.
there special specs or differences you need to
Yeah,
know when building a
3/8.
Hemi
Mine's
versus a
3/8.
regular
Jesus.
motor?
okay. So
I don't know. I've never built a Hemi.
Good God.
Are there special specs on a Hemi different from like a wedge? They're not listening.
I don't want anyone to use painted bolts.
yeah.
I mean,
Well,
it's
you
okay.
said it was just to roll it over.
What was the question?
Yeah.
Are there any? Is there anything special that, like spec wise, that you have to do to a Hemi that you don't do to a normal motor, like
Yeah,
a
valley
wedge motor?
studs. The heads have these special studs that go through them, and these are very critical.
You have to torque those like head bolts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
You have to use a crow's foot. These have got to be glued in really good because if you look down the ports, the stud,
It's part of the port.
yeah, it's part of the
Wow.
floor. It's in the floor. So if you don't get that right, you're screwing up big time. I mean, a Hemi has a lot in common with a 440 since it's the same family, But there's a lot of things that are special. Like this is not a 440 block at all. This is a Hemi block. It's got these big, these are oil drain backs. They're not present on a 440 block on both sides.
That's one way you can tell if it's a Hemi block or not. It's square here.
Yep.
As opposed to a 440 runs kind of diagonal across here.
Yeah, a 426 head gasket looks a lot like a small block head gasket. And guess what I have here for demonstration? So this is a small block Chrysler head gasket. You see how it's squared off in the corners?
Mm-hmm.
This is an original Hemi head gasket of steel shim. You see how it's squared off too. And actually you see the difference in the two. The Hemi is considerably larger, of course.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that Velcro got bent. Damn it.
What were you going to use them on?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I was actually going to give them to you. Yeah. Squeeze me.
Oh, well, so,
No,
okay,
come
yeah,
up here.
screw me. Oh.
You reach out. I got to get bolts.
Mopar Man says, I told Tall John online one time, if someone asks how the weather's up there, spit on them and say, forecast calls for rain.
That's when I spit on you and say it's raining now.
Yeah.
Tall John does not like tall jokes.
Yeah, I don't like tall jokes, God. Darn,
John?
darn it. I don't care about tall. Who cares?
I care. Not really. It's late.
I mean, if you can say anything about tall jokes as long as I can talk about what a midget you are.
Yeah.
You smidgy midgies.
I am Kevin.
So you can make fat jokes with
He
me.
says hi.
Who?
I don't know.
Who?
Alicia Payne.
Hi, Alicia Payne. I don't.
Oh, that's my wife.
Oh.
Hi, Mama. Hi,
She's
Mama.
checking in on you.
Thread, weren't they?
No, of course.
Well, why did those go in the can?
Look metric, maybe? They don't look metric.
No, we don't have anything like that.
I told you it's 3/8.
How was the hot tub tonight?
That one goes in there.
Nobody listens.
What'd you say, Gary?
I told you it was 3/8 fine thread.
It's
I
not.
see at the mirror.
That look fine thread to you?
Is it coarse threaded in a can? It's not coarse threaded in a can. Is that coarse threaded?
It goes right in.
It goes in pretty good. Let's see how many turns I can get to do.
I'll grab another one. Now these are original Chrysler bolts here.
Yeah, it's coarse threaded.
Really?
It'll go all the way in.
Alicia Payne says, anybody seen that short guy around?
Who, me?
Or what are you talking about, Jacob? No, he's not here. He's with you. You better double check. Smidgy midgy.
I guess we're gonna put these in.
Okay.
It's gotta come
Fiddler
back apart
says
anyway.
it's
Yeah,
actually-
you're just using it to spin it, right?
Yeah. So we'll just put
What's
these in.
that?
He says
Aren't them normal
it's
fine
tragic
threaded?
that Stage
remember.
5 stopped
In the
making
can?
Hemi conversion heads for 440 blocks right when we need them most.
That was a company called Hanson that made that, I believe.
Don't
Uh,
they
Stage
still make them?
Stage
People
5 is making
keep
them.
claiming
Who?
affordable
Stage 5 was
Hemi
making
blocks
them.
are coming, but they're
I don't know. There might have been another company making them.
Well, I thought a company named Hanson made the Stage 5. That's what I thought.
Oh.
But yeah, instead of studs, they actually had a hole in the port that you put the bolt through, and you had to tighten that bolt through the port.
So Stage 5, I think still you can call Eric. I think that's Eric at Stage 5. I'm pretty sure they still make them. It's just a limited run. They don't make them every day. And honestly, you don't need the conversion heads anymore because you can go buy a block now, real easy. The blocks are affordable from Cali's. In fact, if I got to buy a Hemi block, I'm buying one from Cali's. They're only freaking. I'm all freaking backed up now.
Stage 5 too also had you had to put an oil line down here in the corner and had to run it down to the pan and drain the oil off the head.
And really, what did it? I mean, how? I'm curious as to what pistons did you use with that?
You have to get
You
custom.
have to get
You had to get custom pistons.
when, and I'm not sure about this because I've worked on a few of them, but the Stage 5 or the Hanson stuff anyhow was a complete kit, and it came with a Crower roller cam. It came with the pistons.
I mean, but did it make significantly more power than
Oh,
a
yeah.
regular 440?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, you're putting Hemi heads on it.
Yeah, it made monstrous power.
Shop Cat Industries says I'm back.
Welcome
Hey,
back.
Shop Cat.
I forget.
He's
Okay.
everywhere.
That feels pretty good to me. I mean, it's not super slick because of the oil, but I mean,
Yeah.
I don't feel nothing bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's fun watching that big bumpy basket turn around.
So did it use did that kit use the factory crank?
Yeah, I used a 440 crank, the 440 rods. They sold a kit that came with a Crower rod,
Water pump.
but yeah, you used all the factory components.
get
You just
closer.
changed the piston out, you put their head on it.
October says I called Stage 5 a couple years ago and they said they're never making them again, just concentrate on race heads.
Oh well, that might be true then. Which honestly, like I said, you don't need those conversion heads. They just more headache than anything else. Just call Callie's, get a real Hemi block, and then a set of heads. Let me know when this is good. This
What are we
camera's
looking at?
seeing how this looks, looking at the engine.
Oh.
Anna, you good?
You're to left a lot, and you need to go down. Yeah.
Good God, that's not going to handle that.
Sure it will.
I don't trust the Crocs. Sorry, Brian.
Nothing wrong with my Crocs.
We could have put that on my tripod, actually, probably.
Well, it
Oh, that's
sits
fine
on
right
there
there.
weird. It sits on there weird. I got it zip
Do
tied
you have
on.
the
and-
O-ring on the head?
So I did have O-rings at one time, but no. We're not running O-rings. I think the heads are O-rings too. But it wouldn't have, no.
Mopar Nut 62 says, what time did Tall John show up?
Oh, he got here yesterday or last night. He was here before I was.
I'm going to need another shirt and gloves so I can do all the lift stuff. I'm going to get on this.
They're on the
And I got here around what, 1:00 today?
Yeah. You got
1:30
about 15
somewhere
minutes
around
before
there,
we did. Yeah, that was fun. We went over and seen
Dan.
Dan's stuff, checked out his yard of parts, and went to
later.
Oh, you have a good night, Dad.
Good night.
good night, Mike.
Dad's just going to go sit inside the house and enjoy AC and then watch us while we suffer.
I don't
It's not
feel
too
that
bad,
hot. I
Yeah,
feel
no,
pretty good.
It's pretty nice out here and the fan's blowing right on us. So right here.
Well, and I got the outside air. The outside's nice.
Yeah, it's a lot nicer.
This is the kind of weather I've been waiting for to work on my shit, and I'm here. When I should be.
You always got to make sure your holes are lubed up, right, Jed?
I need a zoom in feature right now just for William.
Oh yeah.
You want me to go for the twofer? I can go for two.
He looks well educated on this, by the way, with this big finger.
I'm not going there. Anna, don't go there either.
Oh, there's some secrets coming on here.
Mopar Nut 62 says, you guys got it made in the shade, living in the middle of the country.
That's the biggest BS
You
I've
think.
heard. It went from winter to Satan's a-hole in a blink of an eye.
It did go straight from winter to summer. I
Yeah.
mean,
We've had a very mild spring.
It went like high. It was like mid 90s all last week with like 85% humidity.
Mopar Man says, get in there deep.
Oh, God dang it. There's a bug landed right in the valley.
the
Get out of here.
Even bugs.
motor will eat that right up.
It'll get
Yeah.
pulverized. It's fine.
I don't want them in my engine.
You just make oil.
Ator says, I knew I was using the degree wheel and dial indicator correctly when I calculated that I had put the cam in 60 degrees off from where it was supposed to be. So that wheel saved me from a big problem.
Well, he's not actually
Yeah,
installing the timing chain.
Yeah, it's not
into
being
this,
dialed
so
in right
We're not
now.
going to dial it in, but yeah,
It's like a mock-up setup to make sure everything's going to work together.
I've never tried to
But
put this
That
together.
is That is a
Look at
true
that.
statement right there.
Okay, so the whip.
I always, no, you know, I don't know these. So I don't know.
I don't know either. So they don't really want to fit in this direction. It's
Yeah.
weird. So they must go like this, which is fucking. That's completely backwards to how I would think they would go.
Just as long as the push rod don't run into it.
Yeah.
No part of that.
That's a
62
janky setup,
says, I'll
isn't it?
take your weather, you take the carrot and all around me. Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Who is that?
Wanna make sure those move free.
62.
Oh, hey, what's up, Mopar Nut? I didn't hear you were in here.
As far as dialing camshafts in, I did a slant 6 cam a couple years back. It was a comp cam, you know, the greatest cam company in the world.
Yeah.
And that cam, when I checked it, came in 13 or so degrees off. It would have been closer if I moved it one complete tooth on the cam, on the timing gear. It would have been 5 degrees advanced if I'd have done it like that or so. I can't remember the exact numbers, but anyway. Yeah, you can't just put it together and hope.
No, that bites you in the ass every time.
I've seen some pretty professional people do that before.
I used to
and
do
it
it.
did bite them in the butt.
I used to do that all the time, just straight up cam.
Yeah.
And I mean, sometimes it's okay. But
Well,
it's a
just like a daily driver motor, isn't it all right?
I wouldn't do it
so the
because that
first
slant 6 was a daily driver, and if I'd have put it in like that, that motor would have just been a total hunk.
so what
I'll give you
convinced
an example later. When we're done.
what convinced me about dialing in camshafts with like a degree wheel was when Mark did the short block for the satellite. He said he degreed it in and it really needed it. He said it made a hell of a difference. And when I get the engine done and put it in the car, I'm going to be really happy with it. And I was really happy with it, so I ended up investing in the equipment to dial in camshafts. And it's amazing that's one of those things that'll set an engine builder apart from an engine assembler, which right now we are engine assemblers hardcore.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Thing is it's a crapshoot.
Yeah.
It's intended that when the two dots are lined up and you hook it and do it right, that it is where it's supposed to be. But this keyway on the crank may have been cut on a Monday, you know, or the keyway on our cam gears could have been cut at a different place, or the cam itself could have been keyed improperly.
Just want to make sure all these. Yeah, that
Probably
one
wouldn't hurt for me to invest in some of that equipment so I can dial in the cam and my charger.
If you're building engines all the time, yes, you should for sure get it. If you're just doing one,
even one. I mean,
if you're just doing one engine, see if you can find somebody who's got one you can borrow.
yeah, that would be better.
But if you're planning on doing more than one and you're gonna keep doing it, go buy the stuff. The degree wheel's not super expensive, and you go get one of these Mitzi Toyo cheapo dial indicators. You only need a 1-inch dial indicator. You can pick those up for $25-$30 or so. And what's the magnetic stand? Another $10-$15 at Harbor
You
Freight.
can get that. Well, you get a Harbor Freight. You can get them off. You can get all that stuff off
Nothing I
of
noticed yet.
Yeah,
Amazon.
yeah, they notch the bores.
Yeah.
So yeah, the heads that are going on this had a lot bigger valves in it.
Yeah.
And Mark said, I'm just going to downside these back to 2 1/4 because I don't think it really needs bigger. Especially what we're going to do with it. It's like, it's fine with me.
Mopar Nut 62 says it's nice to prove things out and knowing is better than scratching.
You want to grab
your
a
head about it.
3/4?
Yeah.
The door with the black Mopar. 3/4 12 point. Which they're all 12 point right there. Should be a 3/4. You want to rotate that crank around, John? I just want to make sure that the cylinders are pretty well lubed. It might be a little stiff from sitting.
That thing freaking turns great.
Yeah, so it might be a little bit stiff just from sitting.
Mopar Nut 62 says, I don't need an excuse to buy a tool I only use twice a year.
My kind of man.
I always feel like if I have to borrow it more than twice, it's time to buy it. That's
Yeah.
how I always kind of.
That's how I think about it.
Well, we woke your dad up.
Yep.
I
If I can-
plan on doing a lot more engine content on my channel. Even after the duster's done, I plan on doing different stuff. So
This is
That's
really
cool.
what, rotating the engine.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to see what these lifters actually do. So the springs are here for, what's that?
a bug.
There's like a piece of silicone on this one.
Oh, wow. Good eye. Good eye.
These lifters have been in a box in my bedroom for like 2 years. These lifters I've guarded more sacredly than my own cats. It's like if there's a fire in the house, these lifters are out because I can't replace them. So it's kind of neat looking at these way these lifters are. They got these little. I'll pull one out and show chat again. So they got these little springs on them, and I always kind of wondered how those springs work. Well, when they're in the engine, they keep the lifters off the cam. And when the push rods are in here and they're acting on the cam, then they go down and they just help assist lifters. You know, it assists everything. It's kind of fucking neat. I've never seen that before.
Mark Allen says, "What's up, Jed? My Mopar brother."
Mark Allen. What's up, man? Hang on. What's up, man? You ever seen that before, John?
Nope.
Really?
First time.
I figured you would have seen that.
Nope, never have.
Oh, my leg.
We don't use that kind of big stuff in stock.
Bullshit.
We don't use 9,000-inch lift stuff.
You know, use lifters.
Yeah, they don't use lifters in stock cars.
No, we use roller, but we don't use that.
Okay, so I guess if we want to, we can put the heads on it. Like bolt those heads down permanent.
You want to put the timing chain on there first, so that
I don't have one.
Oh, you don't have the chain itself?
No, not a new one. I will only put new in this one. I don't know. It might be a good idea to pull it off until I get all my other parts.
I'm thinking, well, once the heads are on and everything, then you put your lifters, your push rods in. You don't want to be able to rotate it. I guess you could with your bolts.
Yeah. So if the heads are bolted down,
You put your push
It's going to
rods
be hard
on.
to find top dead center.
You're gonna struggle to move them big giant springs too.
That's
Those suckers are battleships.
yeah, they're
Well, if you
massive.
put the heads on and don't put the rockers on.
Yeah.
I tell you what, we
Well, we can leave the push rods out. Put
Yeah.
the rockers on.
Yeah, you can do that too.
I don't want to put these on here because they're going to leave impressions in the heads.
Yeah, you don't want to do that now.
Yeah. So,
I don't know about leaving it open though. You got
That's what
to
I'm-
bag it.
I don't want to bag it because I want to look at it, but I need to
Well, yeah,
bag
but you
it.
can unbag it and look at it.
Yeah.
I'm planning on taking the bag off tomorrow. I ain't leaving yet.
Oh, yeah.
You can't force me to leave, Jed. I'm here now.
Raradon says, "When are we gonna see some quarter-mile runs in your cars?"
About the time I get enough time to do full break-in on all of them. Jezebel's only got 120 miles in the break-in. I'm sorry, I got more things to do that are more important to me than driving those cars and taking them to the drag strip. I got to run a business, and my business is just, they take precedent over everything else. I just don't have time to, my closest track I'll go to is 2 hours away, and and finding time to go to said track is very difficult. When I say very difficult, I mean extremely difficult.
1929, a bone pickup says, "Pop-up lifters for removing cam without taking intake off."
That's, dude.
You know what?
So lifters aren't sitting on the cam, so you pull the cam right out. Easy cam swap.
Sweet.
Who said that?
Yeah.
19. How do we highlight? Yeah.
You'd still have to take the rocker assembly off.
Yeah,
But this is it once. Well, no. Well, yeah. In this case, yeah. But once you get the push rods out, cam swap time.
Yeah.
What a great man!
Awesome.
Yeah.
I want to make sure he's commenting.
First time for everyone.
Well, it saves a lot of, like gasketing and all that crap.
Well, you would have to pull the lifters out physically,
Yeah.
which means once the push rods are out of the way, the intake manifold can stay on there and you can swap it.
Yep.
That is super cool. Right on. I love it.
I didn't think of that.
Learn something new every day.
I know. That's a fucking great idea. You are the man. 1929 A-bone pickup. So we just want to put the heads back on it then?
Just set it on there.
These heads are numbered actually. The cylinders are. So we're trying to keep the heads on it. This is odd side.
Yours.
This is driver's.
That's on side. Yeah, you got to.
Okay, I guess I lied. We're not doing a full assembly. But we did get the cam in it and the lifters.
Oh yeah, you just get a timer chain on it, and
So we'll put, I guess we don't have to fill the studs back in.
No, because it's going to come apart. So you just need to bag it to keep the dirt off of it.
Yeah.
Plus, I want to look at it anyway.
We can leave the intake off. That can be separate. Because this does look pretty wicked.
Craig Durbin says the Indian calls as well.
Ooh. Hey, you be gentle now. Those are fresh. Oh.
I was trying to find these heads on Stan Weiss's deal,
Yeah.
and I found a Darren Morgan set. They're flowing like 700 and something.
Jeez.
Jay Russell says, unfortunately, can't do that with mushroom lifters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've actually got a set of new old stock mushroom lifters. And a guy actually offered me the cam and a block that's designed for it or cut for it. I just got no use for that kind of stuff.
Well, there's no, once you go roller, there's no need for it.
Yeah, it's old technology. I mean, it's cool as shit, but
how many people we got in there?
Oh.
There should be a number up in the corner.
we have 32.
Nice.
Sweet.
Talking Mopar says Tall John was just violating the poor heads.
He was.
Chris,
Cam.
why are you not in here with us? I sent you a link.
Hey, Chris.
Probably because
Chris.
What's up, guys?
Oh, no, okay. You didn't see him down there. She's new, Chris.
It's all good. Somebody tell Jed that his fly's undone.
Oh, shit. Major love.
Oh, shit.
Dick check.
Do we need to stand the camera back up?
Yeah, let's go back up with her.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're getting into the weird hour now. If the motor build's done for the night.
Blame me. Damn it, blame me. It's my fault.
I was going to say, the spark plug could fit in there.
No, I bet you if you tried to push this spring open by hand, I bet it'd break the stand.
It probably would.
These things are tough.
Yeah.
I bet 8,000 RPMs.
I think it probably do it.
And I'm gonna say darn near 800, maybe more.
Wow.
These trucks fucking cool.
Aren't they?
I saved him from going in
Dude, we
the
need that guy's address so we can send him a sticker or something for coming up.
Yeah.
That is one of the neatest things I've heard in a long time. That is absolutely what it's about.
Yeah.
Well, I couldn't think there'd be any other reason to do it except for what he said.
Listen here, Mr. Hall.
Talking Mopar says Scott.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't have been able to. I wouldn't have thought of it.
You ain't talking to me. You're talking to Scott.
Oh, Scott.
I'm Jed, actually.
Yes, I know you're Jed. But your
I
last
called him
name's
Scott
Scott.
earlier today. Did you hear that?
Everybody fucking does that.
I have never done
I-
that.
I was doing something on one of the videos. I had to edit them all out because I don't know how many times I said Scott.
Oh, it don't bother me at all.
Yeah, syndrome.
So what have you been up to, Chris?
Not a whole lot, man. I just I've been editing this fucking video that I had for too long. I've got a bunch of videos that I need to release, so been doing some video editing and working on the podcast a little bit and some other stuff.
You got any new podcast episodes out that I'm not on?
No, not yet. Actually, there will be one soon.
Oh, okay. Like tomorrow, so I can listen to it on my way home.
Yes,
Yeah, no
and
kidding.
the last episode I did was a regular episode.
Oh, that was the one with the donut maker one, right?
No, there was one after that. I I have to be careful with the next few because I've almost reached my limit on my podcast host site, so I have to be a little bit careful. But the next episodes are going to be solo non-lives.
Oh, okay, cool.
And
So I can actually listen to them.
I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got long trips ahead of us. We need some talking Mopar.
and
Roger
he
that.
says, Brian, text me your address so I can get you the wheels.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'll have Sherry do that tomorrow for sure.
Save it mine.
Ryan,
not
Because
going
I
to get
just
my
moved and I don't have my own address in my head. She knows it.
covers.
Ryan Barres says, how's it going, guys?
Barres?
That's what it says.
Where? Barnes.
Huh.
I thought it was Barnes. Ryan, your last name is so weird. Get in here and correct us on how to actually properly pronounce your name.
Well, you got to give him a link. And I don't have him on my Facebook.
Oh.
Jed, how long have you had that Hemi?
I have to look on Facebook.
Too long now. It's mine.
Years.
You get this or you get the tunnel ram?
Oh, man. Now that I got to talk
Not that one, you get that
Now
one.
that I got to talk into it. You heard that. He just gave me a W-2 tunnel ram.
He did kind of catfish me into that. Yeah.
That was a good one.
I'm going to let him borrow it for a minute, though, but, you know.
I tell you what, doggone, when I die, you can have it.
Can I have everything?
No.
That's true at all.
Okay, Anna can have one thing. I can have the rest?
I ain't getting nothing.
Nothing?
I ain't getting nothing.
Look at Daniel's little cute cam he's got. It's barely bigger than the one that's in this engine. He got 816 intake where this is 774. He got 790 on the exhaust. This is 816.
Is he even still in there?
I don't know. I just looked at his stand card. And his duration, he's got less duration than 50 than this engine's got.
Yeah.
So this engine's got a bigger cam than Daniel. Technically, I got more duration.
Dutch Fans Garage says old school TN is where it's at.
You kink over a little bit, so they take a little bit more lift to make it work.
So I need to get this for Chris. I'll let him know how long I've had this engine. So this isn't like, so there's a difference between me owning this engine for X amount of time and a difference between how long it's taken me to decide what I'm doing with it with this state, putting it the way it should be, instead of building some cobbled up version of it. I'm trying to put it back the way it's supposed to be.
Trey
Is that
Durbin.
Dykem or is that
This is Dykem I put on there. I've got this engine back in, so this journey started in 2018.
Okay.
When I acquired the Mickey Thompson Hemi valve covers, but the block itself came to Kansas from Illinois in, hang on, it's almost there. Here. I bought the block August 17th of 2018. And that was when we were in Illinois. Same day I bought the heads. The heads were actually, what's funny, only 20 miles away from this engine, from the block.
Wow.
Did anybody notice the blue Gliptol inside the?
Yeah.
So inside the block, it's all blue Gliptol, inside and out.
Inside here too.
Yeah. And it's kind of flaking in places, but which super stock team was known for using blue paint?
Richard
Anybody?
Petty.
I'm thinking,
Super stock.
I probably should know.
Oh.
Bigfoots and Mopars.
I know.
Sox and Martin.
Yeah.
They were the only ones that used blue Gliptol. And they were kind of, I don't know exactly, weren't they near Chicago area, somewhere up in those neck of the woods, Pennsylvania?
I don't know.
Someone would have to correct me. My buddy Ronnie Kirkpatrick.
I believe they were, but I don't. I just saw something recent about them.
Yeah. So
About
this,
Herb McCandless.
I'm not going to say this engine was built by Sox and Martin, but could have been.
It's a decent possibility.
Did it? So it came out of a factory '68 Superstock Barracuda.
That's the story.
Is there a VIN on it? Is there any? Are there any numbers on that thing?
No, they've completely stripped it.
Nothing
clean
on
of
the
anything.
pad here.
Yeah, they ground
Nothing
up.
down on the fan rail.
It would have been back here for '68,
Oh, okay.
but they took it all off. They
Interesting.
de-venned it.
Yeah,
So
yeah, Chris.
the force is gigantic.
Stop it,
for
Tall
me,
John.
It's 3 fingers across inside the ports. These 3 fingers
Jesus Christ.
diagonally.
You're doing the shocker
Wow.
on the.
I'm doing the shocker.
My God.
So what's that finger wise for Tall John? Oh dang. Yeah, so 3 fingers wide, diagonal wise. Bryan's got a lot bigger fingers than we do.
Yeah, when he does the he does the counting one-handed change thing.
Y'all are really having fun fingering those holes, aren't you?
Yeah. This is kind of like
Hey, this is where the Fords and Chevys get sucked in right here.
yeah. So what's always neat is every time like Bryan's over here, the last time we did a live over here on your channel was with this engine. We took it apart
And I was
changed it.
doing the same thing the whole time.
The ports are just beautiful.
I've got a like a tick.
It's amazing
If
how
there's
smooth these are.
if there's smooth metal around me, I gotta touch it.
Yeah.
It's weird.
That's the machinist in you, Bryan.
I was doing it earlier on the boards, but Jed didn't catch me.
Oh, well, it's because the boards are big.
Alan Adcott says that's the nicest LS I've ever seen.
No, you gotta stare into that.
Yeah, I know. Hang on. What'd you say about my Hemi?
So is this a 5.9?
Big
It
Daddy
was-
Mopar says if I had a factory-looking head, my car would run in true.
Super stock class.
We
Here in
picked up some
Brainerd.
cool stuff today.
You could put a set of stealth heads on it and port them out, and it would look stock.
Is that a stock bore Hemi?
It's 30 over.
Now,
Okay.
30 over.
those the car you're gonna build, the gasser. How long is that gonna take you to do? You think? Years and years and years, or are you gonna fucking just haul ass? and
Once
do
I
it?
buy it, I bet 3 months.
Raker says
So,
that Sox and Martin were out of
Actually, if
Thought it
there's
was
a
petty.
no-name nationals next, it depends on when you buy it. You can bring it to no-name nationals this year.
I could have
Yeah,
sworn
I won't
Sox
be-
and Martin,
Oh.
or
But
I know
you could,
Betty's out of
you
the
could bring it
Carolinas.
next year. There's
Hang
a
on.
chance
Yeah.
you can bring it next
Hang on.
year.
Someone get out their smartphone and Google where Sox and Martin were based in. I don't remember where I just set mine down at.
Mine's in your room.
Turkey?
That's not a good place for it.
No. I lost my phone already. I just had it. I want to know. It's not like I don't trust Breaker, but I want to verify because he says North
Where
Carolina.
was Sox and Martin's race shop? Burlington, North Carolina.
Okay.
North Carolina.
So,
Yeah.
So yeah, who knows? I mean, of course they could have traveled, or someone had blue lip call, or maybe it's just blue paint. I don't know. Yeah, we don't know the history on this block.
That's what makes it great.
Yeah, well, it kind of sucks. It'd be nice to know the history on it, but unfortunately, anybody who knows anything about this engine's dead, and they wouldn't care to tell me. Probably, more likely. I was gonna get the phone number to the guy who pulled this out of the Barracuda, but Thomas lost it.
You know what? Hold on a second. I'll be right in there.
So I do want to do
I
this.
have an answer for your question.
You could keep the drawers open and flip over.
Oh no, I've had all these doors open. I got hot fuel pusher rods. I'm curious if they'll even work. I don't think their diameters are way off. But if these will
I
clear,
think they're gonna work.
I gotta remember. I don't have the rockers out. I was gonna get the rockers out. Wow.
Yeah, I think they're gonna work.
I don't know about height, but I got top fuel freaking push rods.
I can see that one was rubbing on something, maybe the head.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever engine it was in last. I'm gonna buy new push rods for this thing. I bought these from the guy I got the Zoomies from, and they were just dirt cheap. He gave me these for like $5, and it's like, well, I'll make darts out of them or something.
Chris, you still there?
Yeah. What's up?
Is your new podcast the super secret?
No. For everybody that enjoyed the paranormal segment on the podcast I did a couple weeks ago, Matt Big Block and I are starting a podcast called Talking Paranormal. Staying on
Okay.
brand.
You need to get a medium that can contact the people who know about this engine and have Jed on there,
Yeah.
and they can answer any question that he might have.
If I believed mediums were actually legit, I would.
I gotta do it. Would you guys stop fingering my Hemi?
Hey, Aaron, would you just get comfortable over there?
So are you just going dual quads on that thing, or are you gonna put a blower on it, Jed?
Too high a compression for a blower. Show them the intake. Someone be very gentle.
I'm gonna break it. Oh, it's right back here. Here, hold on. We won't even have to touch it.
I missed the compression talk. What kind of compression is that thing gonna run?
It should be
Round 13.
something like that.
You guys see the magnesium
Oh,
tunnel
yeah.
ram?
Holy shit.
Tunnel ram weighs less than one of the Dominators.
With those little bitty carburetors on it? What are those, like 500 CFM, Jed?
I'll do like
A
3
piece each hole.
Each hole, yeah.
Bryan, you remember when I had these out last time? The
Put it
diagram.
away, Jed. Oh. Oh, yeah. Those. I still think you should put these on.
Oh, those purple ones. I think I remember seeing pictures of those.
Yeah, I'll grab one of the stock sets too. So we can compare.
Well, how much money am I holding in my hand right here, Jed?
About $5 grand.
Is it? Oh, okay. I'm
If
gonna
you go and buy
drop
just those rocker arms, they're going to cost you about $2,500 to $3,000 just for those rockers. That's
Are
not.
they landings or who?
Those are stage 5.
Okay.
Those are stage 5 cast stainless steel, and these are stock Hemi.
up.
Over.
Oh yeah. So these are stock 426 Hemi. A pair of these will run you about $2,000. Now, I've had about 4 sets of these, and I've sold a bunch. I'm keeping this set for myself, and they will handle just about anything you throw at them. These will never break. So
Those need to go on
And
his new
never
head.
wear out guides.
yeah.
Don't
So
you think those need to go on his new heads that he got?
I think those
Yeah.
will be fine
Yeah.
for this engine. But so these intake rockers cost about $200 a piece, and the exhaust rockers are like $275, almost $300 a piece.
And what's the ratios?
This is all standard.
Okay.
I can't remember what standard Hemi is.
1929, a bone pickup says, I seen heard Canvas on YouTube recently. He was part of the Sox and Martin team. Maybe
Yeah.
he knows something about your engine.
Herb's always at Indy, but I never talked to him. I go wrong with me. It just feels backwards to me.
So are we gonna see that thing on a run stand or what?
Not tonight. I gotta get
Obviously not fucking tonight, Jed. Come on. Jesus Christ. That would be that honestly, that would be kind of funny.
So
Yeah, I was like-
this will go on the dyno.
Okay.
Definitely. We're gonna push this thing to its limits, and if it survives dyno flogging, then yes, it'll live on it. We're gonna build a custom run stand just for this engine. These rockers are a little bowed. They won't bolt down too good without being forced down. These things are old, obviously. But yeah. So you got. Can they see this?
No, you might
Um,
tilt the camera down a little bit.
Yeah. So we have the new hotness, and then this is stock. So these are narrow pads. These are these are like 69 and back, I believe. I can't remember when the narrow pad stopped and then went to wide pad.
They were all adjustable.
Every Hemi, yeah, because these came out originally with solid roll or solid lifter cams.
Okay.
Hemi's never had.
I tried to beat people with questions.
No.
Well, 70 they went to hydraulic, but they still
Yeah.
use the same rocker. or
Yeah,
the
they-
adjustable rocker.
Yeah, they didn't go through and do them again. Scared me that kind of. Yeah. Hang on the downs. Let's go. So yeah, I'll probably put these on this engine, the Stalkers, and I'm going to put probably the Stage 5 Sexiness on the Street Hemi I'm going to build. Even though they'd be more appropriate for this engine, but yeah.
Well, these ones are going to keep a daily driver alive. These are going to run what on an engine stand once in a while. Or something.
Yeah. But the whole plan with this engine is to tour it around when I go to swap meets and events. Like I talked to Indy Cylinder Head about the swap meet, and they said I could bring this engine when it's done and show it up, and I can start it at the trade show. At the swap
Oh
meet.
shit. That'd be cool.
I've got another channel dedicated to Bigfoot called Bad Bigfoot Reviews.
Ooh. So we can plug that. So whenever you got to plug that, we're gonna go. Be sure to go check that out. That'd be cool. I like that. So yeah, the idea is to basically build an easily portable run stand, and this will be completely self-contained. A battery, fuel system, the MSD unit, and we'll be able to take this so people can get right next to the engine and see what the racers did, and then we'll put the headers on it and fire it up for a crowd of people, and they'll be able to see something like this, a real piece of history. Instead of being in a car locked away where people can't be up next to it, I want this thing where I can trust people, but they can come right up to it and they can touch it. Because there's a lot of people who see Hemis at car shows and they're scared of them. And everybody who comes over here, frickin' stop fingering the holes, Brian.
You said you wanted people to touch it.
I want to finger the holes. Come on.
Well, you got to get your butt down here.
If you take that thing to the next Indy, I will fly down there.
So I'm hoping to have it built this year. I mean, so I've been saying on YouTube and in just regular life, I'm going to wake up one day and have the urge to do this. Well, when I picked up Tall John and Gardner today, and I took him to my buddy Dan's, and we had fun out there, and then hung out with Bryan. We did a little bit of filming and work today. I had the urge. It hit me. Like, I want to do something with this engine, and I'm happy I did.
Well, you got,
I am too.
you got it a little farther, farther than you would just.
Hey, I learned something that I never knew.
Yeah,
those
lifter thing is
lifters
cool.
are awesome.
I can't wait to put this thing on the dyno. I'll probably be putting out a call to everybody if they want to come to the dyno.
You know what's cool about that too? When you get the dyno numbers, motor survives, and you take it to the show, you can plaque it. Here's the real numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, even if the engine is grenades, for whatever reason, we'll have it. So there's one other thing I got to do to this block actually, is I want to put a ceramic block sealer through the water jackets, because this is just a gasket and silicone.
Yeah.
And I want to make sure it's sealed up as much as possible.
At Zero says, "What's up, everyone?"
What's up, Ed Zero?
At Zero.
Okay, so I'm about ready to start hanging out with everybody. It's a late night live on my channel, which never happens. I want to thank everybody for hanging out. So,
Never been alive where other people were in it.
yeah. So we're going to enter the hangout mode portion. How long have we been live, Anna?
1 hour and 38 minutes.
That's nothing.
No, that's nothing.
Well, I mean, that's the longest live that's ever been on my channel. But that's normally my life, just being myself and my viewers. So
Those are rookie numbers.
rookie numbers, yeah. So we're going to put this thing away. We're done with it for now. I will get parts to actually fully assemble this thing. I've got head gaskets. I've got intake gaskets. I've just got to glue the plexiglass center into the tunnel ram.
Well, hopefully doing a little bit of it kind of lit a fire under your ass,
No, it's going to sit right here.
No. I know what it was.
So
I know
so pretty much.
Exactly what put you in the mood
It was
to work on badass shit.
It was
Here in
wrong
one
stuff.
mean
It was
440
the
live.
Crocs.
It was the Crocs. It was the Crocs.
Now that's a crock right there.
So Jed, pretty much, if you had a new timing chain system or timing system that you wanted to put on there, you would have been able to make more progress.
Yeah. So like, oh, you're good, John. The dual distributor isn't done yet. I'm waiting for a buddy to get his indexing head set up on his lathe or mill, whatever we need for that, so we can cut the secondary distributor to make it function. I mean, I kind of wanted to get the head studs seated, but this you can't get the heads off with the studs in place. They suck. So we got to take the studs off every time we take the heads off. I think we'll just leave it kind of like this, kind of. I don't know. I might put the.
Let's put a nut or two back on there just in case.
So what's the story on the street Hemi, Jed?
All
Factory or what?
What was the question?
Is it all factory bore and stuff on the other one?
I don't know yet. So I've got a set of fully ported CNC Edelbrock heads I bought off of eBay.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know about the block yet. I got to get a block. I don't really want to go 400 or 500 bore. I would rather build a true 426. But you know, I've always loved the thought of like 484 Hemi cubic inches. I think 484 is just a great number. So if I was going to build a stroker Hemi, it'd be a 484. I even had this dream, and I know there's a reason why nobody ever did it because it's a stupid dream, but to build a squared engine. I know there's a reason why you don't, but 4 1/4 bore, 4 1/4 stroke.
Well, there's a reason to do it. Cubic inches, let's go.
Yeah, I think it'd just be neat.
Yeah, I mean, if you can achieve those cubic inches with big bore and short stroke, you probably make more power.
Yeah.
But if you can't achieve it that way, then you get what you can.
I don't. I mean, obviously.
Speaking of cubic inches, what up, Chris? What have you heard anything new on your engine?
I'm still waiting to hear back. I'm about to make a phone call tomorrow because the 360 is a done deal. I just got to go pick it up. So I'll have a 360 at the least.
Yeah.
But like I said, I'm gonna get the 318 running just to have a fail safe. That way, I have no excuses.
You ain't the only one that's gonna have a 360.
I actually, I just heard about some other people that are coming out to that are going to be coming out to the No Name Nationals, but I'm not privy to say just yet. We'll see.
Well, say it, or you're out. We're gonna kick you out.
Right now.
Well, somebody reached out to me and asked me if I had been called out yet, and I was like, yes, I have. Don't line up against me because it'll be too easy. No. Johnny actually has from what I understand, he has a golf tournament. It's not even the duct tape drags.
Wait,
Johnny is about as good of a golfer as Tiger Woods is driver. So, and for those of you that don't get that joke, Tiger Woods got in a horrible car accident.
That's mean.
I've been giving Johnny shit saying he's going to a golf tournament when he's going to the duct tape drags.
I wish he'd come out and do the No Name.
If that's where he wants to go.
Yeah, you don't need to be pushed all day long, but I wish he could come out there.
Fuck yeah. That was the perfect one. You guys missed it. This camera needs to be like wide view. I'm sitting here precariously with this nut down in the mouth. This is sketchy.
That's why I had you take them off. Because sometimes I lose feeling in my fingers when I do shit like that, and it just goes.
Yeah, I think I'll handle it.
Yeah.
Jay Russell says, I brought a Max Wedge engine from my stock racer that won class 1966, ran 1191 at 118 and beat a factory back seated street Hemi. Very cool to own a piece of history.
That is super cool. Yeah. But I mean, we're also talking race Max Wedge against a street Hemi.
I think I just think it's funny that Anna reading this stuff and she has no idea what she's saying. She's
Yeah.
saying
Yeah. You guys don't get too super technical because Anna, my girlfriend, is reading this and she is about as green into anything automotive as. Oh, I better not say that.
but she could. I know what you were gonna say, but at least she can sound the words out nice.
Yeah, she's got a 3rd grade education.
Okay.
Yeah, you have a college education. You can't read as good as I can.
You just said she don't read good.
Does
You don't
Anna
read-
have PTSD from all those rat turds she sucked in from the van?
Oh, yeah.
I took a ride. Huh?
You get a cord poking out of your car, like a phone charger or something.
Oh, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Okay.
I took a ride in that van tonight.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Following
You nailed
Jezebel.
it, right?
Following Jezebel down the road. It was really cool. I should have filmed it, but I was.
You didn't film it the second time?
No, I didn't film a damn
You
bit of it.
Hey, Jed's dad raced Jed.
I didn't know we were
nailed
racing.
the van, and that van took off pretty good.
I didn't know we were racing.
I had my phone on the doghouse and it ended up in the back. I had to go get it.
I didn't know we were racing. I didn't know he was
I'll tell you
revving
what,
his
though.
engine. I couldn't hear shit.
Yeah, you
Jezebel
couldn't
sounded
hear shit.
so sweet coming from behind, and he had to work it past him. Wah!
We weren't even getting into it either. I was really nervous it was going to be a cop. That's always my luck. Jezebel's got a big target painted on her back.
Alan Alcott says, tell him it's a nice 318.
I can read that, Alan. That's me.
You gotta look at the camera when you say that.
Well, they can't even see it anyways. I mean, it could be a 318.
If this was in my car, I'd tell everybody it was a 318.
Yeah.
You just got spanked.
You have to figure out the math on at what point it's technically acting like a 318. You know, what throttle position. Figure out like some kind of funky math. Like
Now, is there an old
7400,
is there an old baby Hemi that you could get to 318 cubic inches?
no. There's the closest one would be a 315 Dodge, a tall deck Dodge.
Oh man, you'd have to like
Alan Alcott
board like
says,
5,000.
Alan Alcott says, poly 318 equals 426 million.
Yeah. Yeah.
Obviously, somebody trying to get her rise.
Yeah, ain't happening. The last person who tried to get a rise out of me got blocked. And we don't talk about that guy anymore. And it's none of you guys. We're all cool, okay? It's just
It
some.
was me.
Yeah. Bryan was jealous.
Talking Mopars wants me to tell something embarrassing about Jed.
Go ahead.
That's embarrassing. It's like that opening that closet and all the shit goes flying out.
Oh, wait, that's not all baby Hemi stuff.
I can tell something embarrassing about him, but he wouldn't be embarrassed.
I got it. Go ahead and say it.
No, we're not at goofy hour yet.
No, it's a,
Oh, that's the chunk of baby Hemi piston. I
they
think.
have to chuck a piston down because you just broke it.
No, it was already broke.
Hey, Brian, he told me about what you said about him the other day. Clay,
Oh, about that being illegal?
yeah.
241 Dodge piston.
A what?
241 Dodge Hemi. That's what that piston is.
That looks very similar to a 318 piston size wise.
So it's, I think it's a little bit smaller bore than 273.
Really?
A 270 Hemi is just, it's about the exact same. It's the same stroke. That's just a little bit smaller. It's like a 3.
Look, it's got that slice in it so it can handle expansion from getting hot.
I think they call that the
The skirt
economizer.
Keep going.
Oh, that? Yeah.
Oh, I dropped the mileage in front cover. Anna, would you like to hand me a rocker around?
Yeah.
Since my friends are all sensible.
I'll start with the
We
expensive.
had a rough day, Jed.
So cheap one. Okay.
Yeah, I put the expensive ones on top of the cheap ones, which neither of them cheap.
Tell him so, John. We had a rough day.
It was rough. He run us like,
I know.
I mean, not even a break.
Working on all this
We're
shit.
asking for water. He just like, nope, you ain't getting no water until you
I
finish
came
this
over
up.
and you were all like sitting around doing nothing.
Shut up, Anna. Stop telling the secrets. I thought you were our
We
friend.
were working.
Working
Hey,
on
that
your
pin-
bellies.
The pin still rotates. You see that carbon buildup? That carbon buildup right there means something.
What does it mean? It was in a running motor.
Yes. Hey. When this one's running, pew, 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 pew. Pretty cool.
Oh, that box, Annie.
What? Oh, the baby's name.
See, the cast pistons normally have a piece of metal stuck in here to control expansion.
Yeah.
This one does not. That's why it has that.
Now that's my question. By looking at the bottom of a piston, maybe not this one, but could you tell the difference between like a cast, a hypereutectic, or a forged piston by looking at the bottom of it?
A forged one you can. I don't know really about hypereutectic and cast. I'm not sure.
Well, like, okay, if it's either hypereutectic or cast or forged, you could tell the difference.
Yeah.
What would I be looking for?
It almost looks like the metal is smeared if it's forged.
Oh, okay, just like the cranks.
Yeah.
At zero.
Okay,
says, in
okay,
my car
okay.
for years, seen handful of early Hemi hot rods. Only thing equal and cool is a flathead V8.
Flatheads are neat, but they don't match.
I don't know. All I know is at one time Flathead was the bad boy of the block, but
Well, it's not. I mean, when you're looking at like show car hot rods and stuff,
as
It's
far as the
so
way
cool.
they look, I think they look cool.
Well, here's the thing about flatheads. So Ford was so behind the times they refused to innovate. When you have companies like International Harvester in the 30s already had overhead valve in their tractors. So there's really nothing to brag about with the flatheads, really. I
they
hate to
just
say
look
that.
cool.
Yeah, they
Well,
look
the
good.
when it comes to looks, the flathead engines and the Hemis both have unique, cool looks.
Yeah.
Oh, well, the nailhead is
Performance and all that
sometimes cool.
aside, they do have unique, cool looks.
Well, it's either Hemi head or nail head to me. The flathead is a neat deal, but it don't even hold a candle to a nail head. Nail head makes so much torque and power in it, and if you're worried about having a unique looking engine, that's
Yeah.
the one you go
The
for.
way don't the valve covers almost sit sideways on that engine?
They sit straight up and down.
Yeah.
There's one right over there.
Well, I could have got up and looked, but I'm lazy, and you worked me too hard today.
I'm sorry, Brian.
At zero says, well, of course they don't sound good, but early Hemi Model A, they look stuffed, always so cool.
I like the early Hemis for the looks.
Yeah, I don't have any argument about how something looks. I mean, some people like red and some people like blue.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just- I personally don't get too excited about flatheads.
I won't knock anybody who doesn't.
Yeah,
like
I
it.
don't either. That's me.
I think there's better designs out there.
Well, that's like my uncle's 40 Plymouth. It's got that flathead 6 in it. That's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
But I still think it would look cooler with like a baby Hemi in it, even though it never had one.
What year was this again?
It's a 49, I think.
Yeah.
Almost got to the Hemi.
Almost. God, could
What
you
are the
imagine?
first Chrysler Hemis come out in what, 53?
I thought it was 53, but it might be 51 for Chrysler. I know Dodge was 53.
51, I believe, is the first year.
Because Buick's first nailhead came out in 53, and they hailed it as like the first production overhead valve engine. When there was already
My
production.
phone's doing weird stuff again.
Yeah, actually, my dad is looking for, he would love to have, not really looking for actively, but he would love to have a 53 Buick
At Zero says,
Engine or car?
car.
I was going to say, the engine's right there.
At Zero says, speaking of nail heads, have you ever seen those poser ones making a Chevy small block appear as a nail head? Yikes, nail heads always look cool.
Yeah. Tell me the last time you saw, I mean, that's how boring small block Chevys and LS, any GM engine kind of gets. I mean, when we say GM, we're talking about Chevys. You do everything you can to make them look like anything but what they really are. I'm not downing anybody who's a GM fan. I'm just saying there's a lot of accessories out there to make GM engines look like what they're not.
All right, those 53 Buicks.
Yeah.
There was something my dad, I can't remember right now. He's told me about it a bunch because he was always tearing up the transmissions in that car.
It's a weird transmission.
But I think he said something about having to pull the rear end.
So the early GM cars, they were torque tube.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's me. No, I really don't. It's just knowledge. It's there.
Zeke Anderson says, wow, all three Mopar channels in the same CGAT, so cool.
Well, we got William, Chris from Talking Mopars, Bryan's here from Dust Devil, Tall John from Tall John Spun Shop. You know how hard it is to only say Tall John from Tall John Spun Shop over and over and over and over.
You can just say John.
I know, but I've just been calling you Tall John for so long. It's kind of
When he says John to me, I wonder which of his 18 million friends he's talking about. Because he has 18 million friends by the name of fucking John.
Anna, don't cuss!
And then he says Tall John, and I know exactly who he's talking about.
Well, yeah, it's like you say Tall John, you say John Wilburn.
Yeah.
So people know what John you're talking about.
See, I know who Chris, when he says to me, he doesn't say Tall John, he says jerk. Hey, jerk. William, he just goes, Bryan.
I just call you John most of the time.
Yeah, Bryan just says John.
Azura
Jed
says,
has a special name for me.
Schnookums.
It has something to do with small.
I banded a guy from the car show I worked for with them. He also had an airbrush rust. Yes, I said that. SoCal is weird for anyone.
We were just talking about that with the patina and how people try to
Fake patina.
make, a nice car
Yeah.
with patina.
Like, it's one thing if you got a patina car already, like real honest, and you're just trying to put a little more color on it, and then you kind of let it, like when you sand it off. But as far as airbrushing with fake patina on, that looks like that's stupid. That's a waste of money.
How many people are in the chat right now?
34.
34 people.
Is Ken still around? Tall Garage? I'm waiting on updates from his engine. I haven't heard anything for a minute.
So
Of course, he may have put something out. I haven't watched any YouTube for a while.
Well, I have not seen him for over an hour, so I'm going to say he's not here.
Because of the way the camera's facing, there's 34 people that don't get to see the fucking coolness I'm looking at right now.
What? What?
They have no idea what's just right behind them. You gotta raise the door a little bit. Okay.
Oh, Jezebel?
Jezebel?
It is
Yeah.
cool.
And still, it's like they've always seen it though on camera. Seeing this car face to face is totally different.
Hearing it and seeing it.
Don't you agree?
Yeah.
I
don't
like the
see
tin grill. I like the tin grill in the back better than that fucking Charger.
That's that. Oh, are we gonna say? Are we gonna say what that? Oh, you got to tell them what that is, John.
Well,
I already
no.
know. I already know.
Yeah.
That's
It took about 2 seconds to fire it up and another maybe minutes to make it run good.
No shit.
I'm not firing my car if it's too late, but I
And
will.
and Jed charged me $100 to put tape on a spark plug wire. Isn't he a ripoff?
I thought it was 1,000.
Well, yeah, because he
Oh yeah, it
charged
was
you,
1,000.
he
That's
charged you per millimeter of.
yeah. Then he charged me for electrical tape because it was red.
Yeah.
I do want
Look at all the airbrushed patina on Jezebel.
Oh yeah. all
Jed,
the
you did a
air-
great job. You did a great job on it.
There we go.
What does that look like on? Did you see the headlights on?
Yeah, you can see that.
Ooh.
So the car's not running, so but they do shut fast.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a roly-poly on my finger.
There's a song called Roly Poly.
Hey, Jed, I've got some sealed beam halogens I can send you if you want them. A couple of boxes of them, actually. They're for the low beams. My dad always wanted to wire in the 2 low beam halogens into the high beams to make the high beams even freaking brighter when you turn them on.
I know.
I seriously got two full boxes of them. If you want one of the boxes, I'll send it to you.
V-dubs.
William, I'm not sure you heard you.
No, I heard him.
Oh, okay.
He purposely.
I know I heard you comment on one of your videos about halogen and all the fancy bulbs and stuff. But this is it's like a stock replacement.
They won't fit in my Duster, will they? Those have bigger headlights than that.
Yeah, I think Dusters use like a 7-inch.
I throw
I
it in
think.
my Duster. I don't care.
So, Jezebel's mixed match headlights are just as much a part of her as the rust in the paint. So I can't change. I like the mixed match headlights. As long as they all work, I'm good. But when they stop working, then I'll probably see about fixing them.
V-dub P8 says, I love the straight 8 and my father-in-law's 39 Packard.
They go straight 8.
I'm looking for something that maybe might seal this little gap. Oh well,
Silicone.
I ain't doing that yet. That's permanent.
Are those rivets or hex head screws in that?
Those are button head cap screws. They're Allen.
Shit. See, that shit you don't notice when
Yeah.
it's on camera.
So
that little shit.
so like these are all these screws here are left over from the old setup.
Oh, here. Here, let's see what this looks like.
I get the flashlight out.
I got all kinds of cord here.
I got a light.
Thank God. You were starting to piss me off talking about all this detailed shit. We can't see anything.
Yeah.
Is that showing the scoop?
Nope. Not very well. Can't see
Kind of
shit.
dark.
Go a little this way.
Light it up.
So we got a nice picture of a doorway.
Wrong way.
Oh, well, I can't go that way anymore.
Sweet door jam. Awesome.
Toward me, that's what I did.
Rotate.
Oh, rotate toward me.
There
There
you
you
go,
go.
Brian.
Okay.
Yes.
So
All right.
all these screws here are left over from the old scoop where the flange was, and I'm just not going to weld those up. That's too much work. So I just ran screws in there with seam sealer. It's part of the motif, part of the story, you know. Old race team, they don't give a crap. And
Like a trunk form, I guess.
and these are all still Phillips head, just like sheet metal screws. I was going to pull these out and actually put a nut and a bolt, but I 415 the whole underside of the hood, so there's no longer any way of getting these out. Plus, they got seam sealer too. But all of these here holding the plexiglass in are button head cap screws. I bought all stainless, but some of the washers ended up not actually being stainless, so they're rusting.
Now this scoop though, what was this scoop?
That was
Did you modify the hell out of it?
Yeah, it was a Speedway Motors.
Speedway Motors.
It was a Speedway Motors gasser scoop, Chevy scoop. It's supposed to be turned around the other direction because Chevys are always backwards.
Like a cow induction.
Yeah, and
Get
it
that
was
right. A cow induction.
cow
Cow.
induction.
Cow induction.
That's
Cow.
like
You
I
know where
use all
you
my
chew your cud,
subscribers.
gag it, and eat it again?
So
Cow induction.
It was the only scoop that was tall enough to clear the old intake, literally. And I wasn't a big fan of when we set it on normal ways like cow and
Cowway, yeah.
yeah, you know, cow induction direction. Wasn't a big fan of it, and my brother had the idea of turning it around and making it a ram air scoop. So this is my brother here, but we had to widen it. So I figured we put a piece of dark blue plexiglass. That's what we ended up doing. And it's like, we need something else. And Dad and I were coming up with ideas on what to draw here. And we ended up with 3 portholes on either side.
And then you just put the blue plexiglass.
Yeah, if I did it again, I would do a lighter blue.
No, I wouldn't be able to help myself throw some LEDs on there.
Yeah.
Well, it's really cool in the daylight because the sun shines through the blue and lights the engine bay up blue. Like this doesn't look polished aluminum, it's blue in the right sunlight. Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, I don't know how it's looking on
Now,
screen.
what about the hood mount tack?
So the hood mount tack was literally just one of those things where it was like, I bought it on eBay really cheap. It's an RTX Dixco, and I was like, I want a hood tack on my car because Dad's original '69 Charger, he had a hood tack for it, but he never installed it. And we looked and looked and looked at Grandma's house trying to find it. We never found it, and we went to put.
So that was like that was like an aftermarket piece that could just go on anything.
Yeah, and we put it on the car, drove the holes, mounted it, did everything. I had it paint match to the original color of this hood, which was orange. Hence why you see the orange and white, because I had it all painted funky. And then I painted the hood all black, so the tack went black. And then I painted the hood, I put the blue accents, so I painted the tack blue. And then I sanded all the stuff off to give it a character. But long story short, why I don't have that tack hooked up is there's something wrong electrically inside, and it screws all the points up in the ignition system, so it don't run with a piss when that's connected. But there's a hole in my hood, and you know what? It's part of the character of the car.
So hold on, Jed. So you sanded a little bit of that tack, so you created some fake patina, is what you're telling me.
There's a lot of fake patina on this car.
Is there?
So the roof, the hood, the front cowl here used to just be, so a lot of it was, so the cowl was solid rust, no paint. The roof, all the paint was burned off of it. The driver's door's been replaced. The original door is in the parts shed. And then the rear half of it, well, about this much metal on the quarter panel has been replaced from another Charger donor car. So literally the tail panel to about roughly a foot is from another car that we blended in the paint and then faded it. But most of this, it's just been sanded off, and then Mother Nature's doing the rest.
I see.
We're just accelerating it. It's not like it's airbrush.
Yeah.
It's real rust. Like when I painted the roof, I didn't do anything to it. I literally wiped it down and sprayed it. Because you can't primer it. If you want it to re-age and match the car, you don't want primer bleeding through, because there's no primer bleeding through anywhere else on the car. So, I mean, there's an art form to it.
I wouldn't call it fake patina if there was already rust there.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not really fake patina. It's just accelerating a shitty paint job. I don't know why these guys geek out about this. It's just a car to me.
I don't know why either. I want to see the van. I want to see the van.
You see Jezebel every day. They don't.
I think if you move that cardboard, I might be able
to
peek at the van.
Yeah, the van's right next to Jezebel, so.
Yeah.
Oh, here, lift that up over there.
Fuck yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Hey.
Yeah, I
no
went
name
for a
two.
Today.
No name two. If there's a no name two, bring the van. I may bring mine, and we can do some van on van crime in the 8th mile.
I'm the wrong guy to talk to about bringing the van. You already missed Dad. He went inside. He's going to sleep.
Oh, damn it.
No, but we all go to eat at the restaurant tonight, and these 3 vehicles were all parked side by side.
We got photos.
Yeah, it
Nice.
was cool as hell.
Hell yeah.
In fact, if my phone was stupid, I'd show the photo.
Oh, I got mine. Where's my phone?
It's over there.
Get it, Ann.
Get right here.
Go get it, Ann. Go get it.
Here, we'll go back around.
Go get it. I talk to the cats like that.
Go get it.
Tell us what's so cool about the tin grill out there.
No.
I don't know if Tall John doesn't want to save that for a video.
No.
Oh, that's
Oh,
cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's
I
nice.
guess we could do. I could put these in Discord and we could do a share screen. I don't know. I don't know if that will work. Let me see. Oh, my photo of Jezebel looks like crap because it was zoomed out. So we got to do like the van
Oh, I
version.
like that one.
That one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not zoomed out on that one. That's literally just the trifecta.
Oh, yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Oh, Chris, you just like it because the van's front and center on that one.
I like the van. I like the tin grill. I can do without the charger.
Oh, missing Jezebel. What the hell?
I'm sick of everybody treats the fucking Chargers like they're fucking something special. They're just a B body. That's all they are.
Thank you.
No, this
They're a
one.
beautiful D-body.
It's just a
When
car.
When you see that car out there and its lights are turned on and it's dark out, man, it is amazing looking.
Cool.
Don't let all my hate fool you. I love that fucking car.
Oh,
Damn it.
I
Hey,
like the satellite better.
Yeah.
You know what's even better?
I actually like the satellite better too.
Yeah.
Seeing a
Satellite's like-
68 Charger at night with all the marker lights and lights on and everything. Seeing all the round lights.
Yeah.
I like the rectangular lights of a 70. Oh yeah. Except I've only got 2 marker lights because I've actually only got 3 marker lights. Only 2 of those are 70, and one of them is a 69 reflector. And then the patch panel we put on the back of the car has nothing.
I don't know. My whole thing, and Jed may argue with me. I
You're
see
wrong.
Jezebel as being complete,
Oh, yeah, you're not.
and the other cars are just gonna transform into something just as crazy as this Charger.
Well, the yard dart's kind of got a character to itself.
The yard dart, I like the yard dart. My favorite is the satellite,
Yeah, you
but I
like
don't
that.
know what you're gonna do with that.
I'm gonna crush it.
You're gonna crush it? Okay.
You're not gonna crush the satellite.
I'll straight up whistle and diesel the satellite.
I still think you need to let me perfect my my Rust-Oleum paint job. Get it proven on a couple different cars, and then bring the satellite out to St. Louis, and we'll
That's a 4.5 hour
fix it.
I don't think the satellite would make it to St.
No,
Louis.
yeah,
Well,
on
not
a
right
trailer.
blowing
On a
up.
trailer.
It wouldn't make it right now, that's for sure.
It would blow up.
Oh, I bet you could make it to where it was reliable enough to make it.
It
It
used
would
to be
blow up.
reliable like that. And then the wiring.
Yeah, but you got all new wiring for it.
I do. But then, we all decided we were going to hang out this week, so I pushed the satellite back, and now I've lost interest in working on it.
Whatever.
You see what you guys got me working on?
Ain't we, Dad?
Oh, you
Yeah, but the satellite is in the I'm working on this car position.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
like
you know
that.
how long the Jezebel sat there?
It took over a year to put it back together, waiting on parts.
Yeah, that's all right.
I don't really have that excuse with the satellite, though.
No, he was just really fucking.
Oh, Anna, look, you're on camera.
Yeah, I'm on camera.
You have a camera now.
Hmm.
Oh, here. Hold on. Yeah.
Absolutely adorable.
Didn't you say you wanted to look at this more?
Tomorrow I'm gonna for sure. I'm gonna go look at the backside of my eyelids here in a minute.
Are you gonna keep those carburetors on it?
Yeah, those are the carburetors for this engine. They're original Gen 1 Dominators.
They look kind of ridiculously big. I mean, I know they belong there, and that's why.
I think you should put that airplane carburetor on
Yeah.
That would be comical. I'm gonna put that thing on a slant 6.
that thing is heavy.
Yeah.
It's very heavy.
Heavy.
I'll show that to you tomorrow.
Okay.
We'll dig it out.
Do you remember how many CFM?
12,000.
12,000.
12,000.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, that's barely enough for a slant.
Well, it'll flow down to like, I think it's like 200 or something.
Yeah.
It's variable Venturi. It's freaking cool. Like everybody thinks Predators are cool. Well, Holly was doing it first in the 40s.
On airplanes.
You need a 3D print an adapter to hook up that massive airplane carburetor to a motor.
I want to do it on a slant, like I said. I think it'd be hilarious. The carburetor is literally the same size as the freaking engine.
We'll call Thunderhead 289 and see if he can get 40 miles down out of that one.
And we're gonna look cooler doing it because it's a Holly. Last time I checked, Holly doesn't do lawnmower carburetors.
Are you still hot, dude?
Huh?
Are you still hot?
I'm sweating like a bastard. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna like turn the fan more towards you because it's like on my face and it's irritating me.
Oh. I'm sweating like a horny church.
Good for you.
You know, watch me as I move to the other side of the internet. She's trying to be nice to me.
I'm not trying to be nice to you. I'm trying to get the fan off my face.
Oh. What about John or Bryan? Did you ask them how they feel?
I'm fine.
They seem alright.
I haven't been sweating all day. I guess it's because I'm lazy.
I've been overworked and underpaid today.
I never did get any money from either of you today.
Well, you know my money's coming to you tomorrow.
What are you trying to say? Should I tease you with something?
Technically, it is tomorrow now.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the wife's asleep. She's going to PayPal the money.
Yeah, I know.
My wife does all my bookkeeping.
Hey, Chris, take care of this for me.
Even $5.
What are you going to do? Put that in my thong?
Are you wearing the sparkly one?
I will.
The secrets are coming out now. I like it.
That was fucking pretty quick.
What?
I will be back in.
No. No, Johnny, just put the money back. I want more ball sweat accumulated.
That was not on
That
camera.
was a bar move right there.
It wasn't on camera.
That was
Damn it.
not on camera.
Oh, that big.
It's going to cost you more money
One
now,
down.
John.
That's true. No, hold on. We'll do it all.
All right, we got it figured out. I know you got one. You know
Do
you
you?
got one. Anna knows you got one.
Chris, do you know what's special about that tin grill out there?
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay.
Yes, he
Yeah,
does.
Tall John told me about it. I'm super jealous. It's it looks clean too, from what I can see.
Hey, the throttle's a little sticky. I got to lube it up tomorrow. But when I went to drive it over to the hotel, man, you try to push it down gently, all of a sudden it pops, and you're just sitting here going, "Holy crap! I think I'm speeding." It really got some. It's got some big torque. Runs good.
So, what you're saying is those low compression 440s aren't gutless.
They're not gutless, no.
Like everybody
I don't
claims
know
that
what
they
the
are.
gears. You remember what the gears are on the back of that thing, Jed?
I have no idea.
Probably 350s or something. 270s or 350s.
Like everybody claims that just because it's got low compression, it ain't got no guts.
It's got a lot of torque.
I'm sorry, they move motorhomes with those fucking things. Up mountains.
Not very fast though, Brian.
Doesn't have to be fast. You can't, what are you going to build? That thing would have trouble moving a motorhome up a mountain fast.
What are you talking about? Oh,
Yeah, it would.
no. You want to find out?
Yep, you got to put that in the motorhome.
You supply the motor.
You gotta.
You got it now.
Can you imagine how hot the converter would get before you got moving?
I think I got enough spark plugs here to secure the spark plug tubes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You can't buy new spark plugs?
Not with who we got as a president right now.
15. When you have 16 spark plugs.
I'm going to refrain from calling you what I called you earlier.
I haven't bought these spark plugs for you yet. That was really funny. You should have said that when John done.
No.
That'd been hilarious.
Would have been my luck. Tall John would have just thought it was funny and left it in, and then he got fucking demonetized.
It might still be there, just like
He got a fucking copyright strike because of what I said.
I don't know how to cut stuff.
Because of the way fucking woke ass bitches are right now.
Whoa, 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 sir.
Well,
What?
we're on my channel. Thank you.
It's fucking 4 hours into it. Nobody watches your shit that much.
Nobody likes my stuff. How many people are still in here?
24.
Those are the most hardcore.
Those are hardcore.
They are. Those are some cool people. I don't care what Jed says about you. You're all cool people.
See, that's what you
guys
consider a blown out Hemi spark plug.
Yeah.
You guys have said a lot worse on my channel, so.
Yeah. No. So you know on Hemi spark plug tube, you're supposed to remove the crush washer.
Yes.
Because it's what destroys that.
It's that 6-yard too.
Yeah, that's one thing. It's not 6 years with Hemi.
Yeah.
And now I'm gonna try not to strip his threads. See, what's funny, what's bad is.
But are the slant 6 ones and the Hemi ones the same?
No.
Yeah.
I think they are the same diameter.
Yeah.
Do they use the same washer? O-ring?
I bet you they do.
They're just different lengths.
I'd imagine they use the same O-ring. It's Chrysler we're talking
I
about.
wouldn't know. I don't have a Hemi. I just have a slant 6.
I don't have.
I don't have either one.
I got the more powerful of the two beasts.
I honestly don't want either one. The slant 6 is weak, and that's too goddamn expensive.
I don't have that much money.
No, but if somebody was to build one, they are expensive to build Hemis. If you're gonna build a Hemi that you're gonna either race or drive on the street, they're fucking expensive. Excuse my language. They're freaking expensive. How about that?
But if it come down to class, you know.
And I'm not saying they're bad motors. I will never say the Hemi's a bad motor. I'll never say like some people say, oh, they're gutless. No, I'm not going to say that.
Yeah,
I'm just saying that I could find a lot better ways to spend my money.
The one thing I heard was the Buick 455, the Hemi killer.
I don't even know why. That's really sad. I got these spark plugs in here, and
I thought we weren't working on that. I thought we were just hanging out.
I have a really hard time just sitting still, unless I'm in my office, my bedroom.
Even then.
Anna, how often does Jed brag about being a YouTube celebrity?
Always.
All the time, right?
Probably
Really.
every place in Ottawa has heard him say, "Do you know who I am?"
Do you know who I am? I am world famous YouTuber Jed Scott. Give me a good deal. They see that? No, they didn't.
No.
Damn it. Yeah, that's how it goes. Everywhere I go here in town.
He is the celebrity of. You might be though.
I have more subscribers than this town has people. I am not kidding.
That's what I'm saying. It's a small town. You probably are the biggest celebrity here.
What town do you live in, Jed? I'll move in and change all that.
Not happening. Paul John already mentioned what town I live in on camera.
I made it so he has to edit his video that he did today.
I don't need any more weirdos knowing where I live. I'm easy to find though.
Not only, Chris, did I say what town it was, I gave the exact address, street name, and everything.
Which bedroom is mine?
Yeah.
What my sheets smell like.
Whoa.
That's some high.
Little too personal there.
Hey,
Well, you know,
I found out because I had to use the bathroom today.
that's how I found you though, was through one of your videos.
Yeah.
Actually, I actually figured out what area you were in. I was like, well, I'm gonna drive right past there.
My God, Ruby was right. You are an internet stalker.
No, it was just like, because I remember you saying Kansas at one time. And I was like, oh, okay, I got to take my son to Kansas. I wonder where he's at. So I started looking at stuff in your videos because there's not that many places that look alike in Kansas.
Jed's getting nervous. You can tell.
Oh, I'm on camera again, ain't I? Yeah.
No, I lived in Kansas for a while.
Yeah. Pretty pleased.
With sugar on top.
Wow. Wow, Jed.
She's trained very
You've
well.
got her trained.
Now
It's
she's
too
gonna
bad
just
you
turn
didn't just see
around.
what I saw behind the scenes.
She flipped him off. She should have.
Nah.
Now, what did I miss? I missed something important.
But no, I'm just saying, if I could figure it out as quick as I did, anybody could figure out where you're
If
at.
someone's gonna be creepy and like stalk me, at least do the legwork. I'm not gonna give you a free ride. But honestly, anybody wants to come visit, shoot me an email first. You show up unexpectedly. I am a gun collector.
I did. I emailed you first.
You did, and I appreciated that. And that made our first meeting a lot less weird. Especially when you with my Hemi.
When the first words out of my mouth were, "I thought you'd be taller."
Yeah.
She looks
Wow.
taller on camera.
My first words out of my mouth was, "What's up, midget? What's up, midgie widget?"
I'm only 6 foot tall in high school. I might be shorter now. I don't know.
Hell, I'm like 5'7", so I'm
Oh my
short.
God.
I'm like 5'7", 5'8", something like that.
So I got it on camera.
Well, Chris isn't very tall either.
Fuck you, Brian.
What? I'm not very tall either.
Right, I'm barely taller than you.
I'm like 5'10".
Oh.
You should have seen it. Jed was filming, so I grabbed the camera from him today, and I filmed him, and he had to look literally straight up in the air to see the camera.
So if there was a picture with me, Jed, Rob, and Tall John, I would literally look like a child.
So just so you guys know,
Jesus
that's
Christ.
Tall John with Dad.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
You should see him stand next to Anna. I think that's more comical.
I think it's comical with Dad because Dad is like not even shoulder height. But Dad is
Wow.
obviously Dad has shrunk a lot since.
I'm not much taller than your dad, am I?
No, Dad's gotten pretty
It's like
short.
5'9".
Yeah, Dad's shrinking pretty good now.
Oh, I am too. So I might not be 5'10" anymore. I might be like 5'6".
I'm like 5'8" or 5'9", depending on how excited I am.
My God, you're cute. Oh,
What are you trying to say?
Wait a
You're taller?
minute. Has Two Hacks commented lately?
I haven't seen it yet.
How tall is he? You
Uh,
oh wait, I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not very tall either.
No, he's adorable.
What are you trying to say, Chris? You're taller laying on your back?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Nobody likes a bragger.
Sometimes I think I'm wider than I am tall.
I'm not really a bragger, Jed. I'm more of a grower.
I'm about 5'9" by 5'9".
That's that Washington State stuff.
You get enough Starbucks in me and things happen.
I was hoping Big Richard be in here tonight.
Yeah.
Who?
me too.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Big Richard from Richard's World.
Big
Oh.
Richard Wolf.
Big Richard's World.
I was waiting for Johnny Mopar to drop in, but
Oh yeah, I guess
he's avoiding me now because every time I see him, I talk shit about him going to the No Name Nationals.
Hey, Jed, I got a nice chrome timing cover I could send you.
No, I got a black wrinkle one here. So this engine actually has a special timing cover. One
Really?
is pre-clearance for the cam button, but they cut the timing marker to clear the Fisher dampener.
Hmm.
Be cool if we could see it, but we can't see shit.
Why do I always think of belly button when you say cam button?
Well, I kind of wanted the same thing.
And then why does like a cute word like belly button remind me of the little baby rabbit?
What the
There's
fuck
a
are
little
you
baby
talking
rabbit
about?
out here that Jed got pictures of today.
Yeah, we got a baby bunny.
Tall John made a very rude joke about the bunny, but
He did. I'm worried about that bunny. If I find out it's got duct tape in the morning on it, we're gonna have words.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, the other day before I came over, I was mowing the lawn. Now it's right out in the front,
No,
you know, where the road goes by there, and some lady in a minivan pulled up and stopped and said, "Hey, how much you charge to do that?" And I looked at her and said, "The lady at this house lets me sleep with her."
Oh,
This getting old thing's starting to wear me out too. I went to the doctor and I said, "Hey doc, I can't hear in my left ear anymore." And he stuck one of them little things and scopes in my ear. He reached in with the big old tweezers and he pulled the thing out and he says, "You got a suppository in your ear." I said, "Well, doc, that explains what happened to my hearing aid."
So much for a family-friendly channel. I guess it's family-friendly. I mean,
yeah, we haven't.
no, I'm just saying, like, that's pretty good information to have.
Yeah.
It can happen.
Hey, did you hear about that little kid that was
Here we go.
pushing his lawnmower along and this preacher's riding his bicycle and he walks up and he says, "Well, son, what are you doing with that lawnmower?" He says, "Man, I'm tired of mowing. I got to do something else. I want to ride a bike." And the preacher says, "Well, today's your lucky day. I just bought a house down the road and the grass is up to my knees and I need me a lawnmower. I'll trade you straight across. Does that sound good?" He says, "Man, that'd be great." So the kid gets on the bicycle and rides off, big ear-to-ear smile. About 2 hours later, the kid's riding through the neighborhood and he runs across the preacher and he's pulling on that string on that lawnmower. And he comes up and says, "Hey, preacher, what are you thinking about that lawnmower?" He says, "Son, I think you gypped me." He said, "I can't get this thing to crank." And he says, "Well, just cuss at it a little bit. It'll fire up." He says, "Son, I've been a preacher for so long, I forgot how to cuss." He says, "You keep pulling on that cord, you'll remember." Is that family friendly?
That was kind of family.
I was expecting a little more. I heard that before from you. For some reason, I thought there was a darker angle to it. Preacher and a boy.
I was alone.
And Tall John's telling the story, which they're never quite all there, which is why I love his sense of humor, because they go right along with me drawing dicks on everybody.
Yeah, you said it. I didn't. I was holding back.
I will say, Jed, that the dick you drew next to my face was at least brown. It was brown, so I appreciate that. Thank you.
It wasn't a dick, okay? It was a furry rocket.
It was a furry rocket.
With a heart-shaped head, I noticed. Very creative.
Well, that's for aerodynamics.
Yeah, haven't you ever seen Jeff Bezos' rocket?
I have.
That's what it was.
Oh, you have?
Not by
like
choice.
furry-
Not by choice. I was forced. I was forced. I was an unwilling participant in the viewing of that rocket.
Furry
Aloha, Maui man. What's up, buddy? How many people you guys got in the chat? I can't see anything.
22.
It's like my lowest amount ever in a live. That's okay.
Well, you didn't start the live till 10 o'clock at night.
Almost 11.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Do you guys want more jokes? Is that what the problem is?
Tell us your dirtiest joke, Tall John.
On your live, maybe.
Hey, dirtiest joke.
Jed doesn't care about subscribers. Go ahead and tell it.
This pretty nice white horse fell in the mud.
Anybody who finds that amusing is a very low IQ.
Oh, you want to hear a clean one? Dirty old pig took a bath.
I can't even get the fucking
I have some dirtier ones than that. Do you want to hear them, Chris? I have some about a trash truck guy.
Oh, give me one.
Nah, they're too dirty.
Oh. I actually had a great idea for some T-shirts for the guys at work. I was gonna say, trash, glass, or grass. Nobody drives for free.
Yeah.
But I haven't had a chance to make them yet.
The tack ride come off the bottom, did?
That's actually an oil thing.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that is also tax right.
That'd be a perfect place for it.
I think that might
Does that have to have oil up in that?
be. No, it's got to have some kind of lubrication. I don't know. I'm losing my mind. It's getting late. Don't ask me any more questions.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
I
1
think it's
a.m.
time to hit the hotel. I've been up way too long between.
Maui man, you got me curious. What is the fast speed?
The what?
Fast speed of sex.
The fast. I didn't get it.
Anna said it, not me. Anna said it.
Come
Come on,
was
chat.
Was it in a com? Oh, it was a comment in chat.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Come on, chat. Let's see some action. Let's see some action in the chat. Come on.
Well, I hope there's somebody there at the hotel to give me my key. There usually is.
If not, you can call Top John. I'm sure he'll share a bed with you.
I'll sleep in the bed.
Maui man, I like that. That's funny.
You can sleep in the tub if you want. That way you close the door.
You close the door and I hear me one. No, you still hear me snore.
That's great. Jed,
Mm.
look at it.
It's okay, Anna. You can read it. You've been reading the comments all night.
God. That's pretty funny. Yeah, it's not that funny.
It is too.
Hey, Jed, I got one.
Oh God, that scared me.
Well, dye my hair blue and call me Marge Simpson, because I love you, homie.
And that was the conclusion of the live, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us tonight on the Scott Speed Show.
Thank you to our special guests.
That was that sent into the weird hour for a totally different reason.
Okay, I'm curious. I don't fucking understand that. If someone,
Have you never seen The Simpsons?
no, I think it's stupid.
Marge has.
How
blue
have
hair.
you not seen The Simpsons?
Her husband's name is Homer.
And she calls him homie.
Jed's got the disc set. He's lying.
Oh, homie, stop beating on the kids.
I've never watched this one. I think I watched the.
It's like scarily accurate.
That was.
Super Simpsons movie, but I thought it was kind of
Hey,
lame.
you know what the first X-rated TV was? Was Leave It to Beaver. Oh Lord, I think you were a little rough on the beaver last night.
Oh, this would be kind of inconvenient right here. Got to take the intake off to tighten the clamp.
Oh, on your.
I think there's gonna be some redesigning.
Well, I think once that's done, because you can adjust the other two
Yeah, it's
from
true.
the top.
I just forgot about that completely. That this has got its own clamp instead of this one.
Although it still is inconvenient.
Maui man, that is a badass Hemi that you are looking at, sir. It's actually what Jed hasn't been telling everybody is that it's actually one of those plastic mock-up blocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mock-up motor.
Yeah, it's just a foam block is all it is.
So, yeah, that's funny right there. These are the breathers. These valve covers are like the 68 style and earlier. We don't know exactly what these are, but if you have one of these on your engines, show you just how big the barrels on the Dominator are.
Holy shit! Oh my
Dang.
god!
That's bigger. That sits there and rattles. So actually,
Holy
this
crap.
outer flange is the exact same diameter.
Those
Show
are
you how big the Dominators really are. And these are just 1050s. They're the small guys anymore.
those are
Is
some
that
girthy
what
holes.
Andy Wood's running? That size?
Or is he running the?
I can't remember what he's
I think
running.
he's got 1150s, but they're still, I think were they the Gen 1s? I know he got a pair of Gen 1s.
I don't think he ran those. I was hoping he would.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, no, he didn't run the Gen 1s.
Yeah, I thought he said he wanted to do comparison, but it took him a long time. I don't think he had time.
Yeah.
I asked him one time when he was doing a live, and he never got to the question. So,
Are you sure that engine stand can actually handle that weight there, Jed? Looks a little unstable.
That engine has been on that engine stand since I've known Jed, and
Yeah.
that's been over 2 years now.
I think that's all the parts up for the cart set. You guys. And now it will sit over there for another year until I get the gumption again.
Until the views start going down on the channel, and then you fucking throw another Hemi video up.
They don't get that good of views.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
A lot of guys don't care for Hemis, and it's mostly just because, like what Bryan says, it's too damn expensive. A lot of guys see a Hemi and they want one, and they price them, and it's just like, oh no, and they never look at them again.
A lot of stuff, I think, with cars on YouTube, is a lot of them, they really got to be relatable. They either got to be really something special, or they got to be a relatable car that somebody could feel like they could own.
And unfortunately, for most people who watch YouTube, which a lot of my viewers are older folks, like Dad's age and stuff, this is kind of relatable to them. But the people who get like all the big clicks are young guys who want to watch LS stuff and then just get tore up. And I'm not about tearing up my stuff. I only got so much money. Can't afford tearing up stuff.
I am.
I have carb caps on my carburetors that aren't even rebuilt yet. We didn't use.
I don't know. I think there's younger guys out there that are into the older stuff, but like a small block. I think a lot of them would rather see like a small block Mopar or something if they were into Mopars. It just seems a little more obtainable.
Oh shit!
oh gosh, just let me go home.
I can't put
That tin grill don't go home by itself. I gotta take it.
You don't know you well enough yet for you just to say, "Truck, take me home."
No, doesn't.
I still gotta find the hotel where I'm staying at.
Did you ever figure out which motel it is?
It's the Econo Lodge.
Oh.
I'm sure it's gonna be wonderful.
That's the one that's like right. There's Wendy's, and then I believe it's the Econo Lodge right on this side.
They had a ton of rooms over.
We're getting so much information on where Jed lives.
I know.
Writing
So,
that down.
Well, I want to go ahead and thank everybody for checking this out. We're going to close it out because Tall John's falling asleep, and we're all going to, what is it, 1? Yeah. So we got a long day tomorrow with filming. We got
lots of fun.
We got truck with Tall John. We got more stuff with Bryan, his engine.
Yep.
We are going to do some stuff with the cars we got here. We got some wheeling and dealing
We're
to
gonna
do.
watch Anna drive around in her truck
And do donuts and
Donuts and bone outs.
yeah, and bone out. I don't like that.
I don't like that. That's not a.
It's been hot. I'm
I'm
tired.
going to retract that one.
But anyways, I want to thank everybody for checking this out. We got a lot of stuff coming up on the channel. So I'm not holding the camera, so I can't pan around and make everybody say bye-bye for the stream. So see you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Click in stream up there.
Subscribe to Talking Mopars. TalkingMopars.com.
Yeah.
Start at 33 Mopar.
Dust Devil Garage. Paul John's Punch Shop. You're already subscribed to